Good evening, agents. We're here for the 18th time to figure out the best assassin among us. This competition has proven to be longer than anticipated, with registering operatives on a high only being overshadowed by RR8 and the World Championship 2022 and tying the World Championship 2023. From our 59 attending agents, all but 2 are defeated up until this point. Now it is their time to prove their abilities in these assignments. Our first competitor, Scruffy, has reached the finals, being undefeated in this competition until now. Already winning RR12 and getting to the grand finals of the World Championship 2023, they are certainly a threat to be recognized. On their path through the tournament, they already defeated numerous veteran roulette winners like Fanium and Yanini and are yet to lose a match. After winning 18 out of the 24 maps they played in this tournament and breaking 3 map records, we are curious to see if they can keep up their streak going into the grand finals. Their opponent, however, In4Fun, is also a long-time agent and one of the best in the field. Debuting almost 4 years ago in the very second competition held and having been on more than 300 missions around the world, In4Fun is one of the most experienced agents still on field duty. They were also our first world champion, winning the World Championship 2020 and getting to the grand finals in 3 other competitions. They as well have defeated numerous other roulette champions like Pidgeiro and Fanium on their way through the tournament brackets, and now, after winning the lower bracket, they have a shot at the grand finals. These 2 competitors have faced once already in this tournament, where Scruffy came out victorious after a close 7-1 match and sent In4Fun to the lower brackets. However, In4Fun now has a shot for redemption in this bigger, longer match. To figure out the winner among these 2 agents, the ICA Board of Competition Directors have selected 10 locations from the Open Contract Board. The agents will attempt these assignments simultaneously, racing to be the first one to complete them. Whoever wins the majority of these missions will be declared victorious. At the destinations, our selected mission handlers will provide further information. Be warned, this is no ordinary mission. Winning this competition poses a serious challenge and will take everything you've learned as an assassin, as both competitors are currently considered the best of the best. Good luck, agents. I will leave you to prepare.
Alright, welcome everyone, and I sure hope that got everyone hyped up. Big shout out to Currymaker, it's absolutely amazing how he put that together so quick, and what a way to start the shoutcast here. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, the time is here, it's the R13 Grand Final between Scruffy and In4Fun. We've selected an awesome batch of shoutcasters for you today. Let me start by introducing them. First up, well, the man of the moment at this moment, Currymaker. How are you doing? Welcome in. I hope you're well.
Yeah, hello. I hope everybody enjoyed that little intro I threw together there. Very hyped for this grand final match, and I hope that got the hype to everyone as well. And just glad to be here, glad to be participating in this, even if it's only on the caster desk at this very big grand finals.
Yeah, I think I can speak for everyone to say that was absolutely amazing, Curry. Absolutely hyped.
Thank you, thank
You're
you.
also an amazing shoutcaster. You're not the only amazing shoutcaster that we have here tonight. Next up, we have Sparkles, the man who has casted one of the most matches in the previous couple of tournaments and is doing an amazing job with it. Welcome in, Sparkles.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here again. This tournament, not as much casting as maybe RWC was, but I'm not too annoyed at that. I'm sure everyone else has been having a great time casting as well.
Yeah, well, we're very happy to have you. Another amazing shoutcaster, Barbecue. Please say hi to the folks at home.
Hi everyone. Super excited to be here and to have resumed shoutcasting after a little bit of a break, and super hyped and honored to be part of the grand finals cast. Really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I think all of us are. This should be one crazy final, and I'm hoping for all the excitement that we could wish for. Next up, we got Nezuko-chan, Mr. Berlin expert. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Hello everyone, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, a very hype match. I've been doing well as well, of course. after a few incidents. But other than that, I'm very hyped to see this match. I'm glad to be here with all of you guys, and yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see how this goes.
Yeah, as are we all. And we still got two more amazing casters in the lineup. Next up, we got Cap. Cap, how you doing? Welcome in.
Hello, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here as a caster in the final, especially since, to be quite frank, I kind of came out of nowhere suddenly becoming a caster for this here tournament. So to both get to be here, coming back into the community out of nowhere, and to also be here casting the grand final again, it is a very high honor, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well, we absolutely love your enthusiasm, Cap. Great to have you. And last but not least, and one of community favorites, Mr. Legend himself, Yotes. How are you? Welcome in. Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here with all of the community members, everybody in chat. I'm glad to see so many familiar names. And thank you, Froday7, for saving the best for last. I really appreciate it, man.
Welcome in. Well, we got the star shoutcaster team lined up. We got star players lined up in the grand final. This is shaping up to be an amazing experience here, guys. So, Scruffy versus In4Fun. If we start with Scruffy, and I'll start with Currymaker. What do you make of his road to the final so far? How did he get to the final? How did he perform so far?
I mean, he just had a great show overall. I mean, did a bit of research for the intro, obviously. I think he won 18 out of the 24 maps in this tournament that he played, and there's like a couple ties in there, mostly photo finish tie. I think only photo finish ties at this level. So yeah, overall, just like very, very consistent player, and yeah, very convincingly made the way to the grand finals here, I think. So definitely gonna be hype to see him play here on the big stage.
Yeah, and just like the World Championship, he came in from the winner bracket. Didn't spend a single match in the loser bracket. That just goes to show how amazing Scruffy has been, right? Like, he's in the grand final now. He was in the grand final of the World Championship. He won RR12, the previous RR tournament. So yeah, definitely deserved to be in the spot, and a big favorite for this match. That being said, we got another amazing finalist. Sparkles, what would you make of his opponent, In4Fun, and his road to the final?
I mean, we all know how good In4Fun is. Like, I think, yeah, his only loss this tournament so far has been to Scruffy. So you can take that however you want. And if I remember correctly, that match, even though it was a 7-1 for Scruffy, was very close anyway. So I think this is going to be a great matchup, like, however it goes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Next question for Bart. Do you think that the previous matchup in this tournament plays any role in the outcome of this?
Great question. Yeah, there's definitely a sort of like psychological element, I think, to, matching up again with a competitor who previously, sent you down to the lower bracket, right? Scruffy's been playing impeccably this tournament. When he matched up with In4Fun, Scruffy pretty it was a great match, but Scruffy triumphed, and now when you meet up again with that same competitor, the pressure I think feels higher, and that psychological element is not to be written off as having an impact on just the importance of the poise that you need to maintain, and just the commitment to doing your very best, and certainly In4Fun is capable of that. So I'm super excited to see how he performs.
Yeah, well put. I do think like In4Fun is one of the most mentally strong players in there. So it might feel as pressure, but it also could feel as motivation, right? Like, he lost earlier this tournament. That can't let him happen again in the same tournament to the same player. And like I said, he's mentally so strong, and he's so super consistent. Arguably
Absolutely.
the most consistent roulette player we have at the moment, at least.
100%.
If we look at the map pools, guys, and I'm gonna turn to Currymaker first here. What would you make of the map pick so far on Scruffy's side?
I don't have exactly. Oh, never mind. Got it. Well, my pool overall, I think what I can say is it's pretty surprising. We have all 5 of the big five maps selected, which is definitely hype for like a longer match like this. A lot of the long maps also picked by Scruffy, like Colorado. We see Berlin pick, which they played previously in their other match. Definitely an interesting choice, since longer maps sometimes can favor more consistent players. As well, a late rip or something on a late map might very well cost you the match here. And on a long map, even if don't play the fastest strategies, it's something you can make up for on a longer map a bit more, I think, just by like optimizing the routing or something like that. So yeah, interested to see these long map picks picked by Scruffy. But then again, the Berlin, they already played in the other match where Scruffy won that, and so I guess it's not a big surprise that we see that making a return here.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage in the grand final, it's also hard to pick the maps, right? Like, what do you pick against players like Scruffy and In4Fun? Like, it feels like all maps you could pick are a bad pick, right? Because they're just so good at all of them. And Zuko, what would you make of the remainder of the map picks on In4Fun side?
For his map picks, for In4Fun side is pretty good. I've seen he's very experienced with most of the maps he's picked: Haven, Savatuna, Mumbai, Miami. He's been amazing on all of his maps, most experienced, and his stats as well have been mostly played on his maps and consistent and really good on those maps as well. On his stats as well, I can see at the moment very high, very good, and yeah, I do think these are his strongest maps. Haven to start with, I know he's very good at that, and Savatuna, etc. And of course, he's been playing amazing on these maps as well through this whole tournament. And I do believe he's going to have a good chance of getting some points from Scruffy from his chosen maps he has done. And yeah, and I'm quite intrigued to see how it goes with these runs from In4Fun on his maps, as well from Scruffy, of course, since Scruffy is experienced on his maps as well. But yeah, I do think In4Fun's picks have been amazing, and I do quite interested to see how this goes.
Yes, thank you for your input. We also see something interesting, and I want to direct this one to Yodes. As we can see on screen, Scruffy is already live in Colorado, is warming up, is practicing, whereas In4Fun just seems to still be chilling. Does this matter in approach to a match, do you think? Does it make sense what either of the players are doing? What are your thoughts of this?
Well, he's probably still in the game and practicing right now. We're just not seeing him live at the moment. I can guarantee he's probably going through the motions the same as Scruffy. They've been through. What's that?
I do apologize. If I may interject. Regarding In4Fun specifically, they were live about an hour from now, making sure that their stream was active and running smoothly. They've been having some stream issues recently, from what I understand.
Well, hopefully that doesn't become a problem within the next 8 minutes or so.
Hopefully not. Ever the more reason to test it out an hour before the match, which was very wisely done by In4Fun for that matter.
Well, let's not. I don't want to curse his stream or anything like that. I'm sure it'll be on and it'll be ready by the time we start up. But going through the motions like this for Scruffy, it's really good to get out the jitters, get out the stress, stuff like that. Because during the final tournament, at such a high risk, high competitive stake, I mean, your heart rate goes a million miles a minute. Like, it just beats out of your chest, even in the very beginning of the match. You don't even have to do anything stressful. It's just stressful from the beginning. And this is just a good warm up to get all of that out. But it's still rough, man.
Yeah, a warm up, but also like a distraction from set stress, I guess. Because like, especially the last minute, Yodes, I would say, is like the absolute worst. Where you're just watching the clock and now it's gonna start, And doesn't matter how experienced you are, those jitters, the roulette stress is just still always there, like you said. Cap, do you have anything to add on the approaches of these players, the roulette stress that comes with the grand final? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I had the very high honor of getting to cast the winners bracket final, where I got to see Scruffy firsthand, and the very, very, let's just say, incredibly terrifying speed that they have through these maps. They were absolutely tearing through them, if I may say so myself. And as we have mentioned earlier, they have been absolutely tearing through just this entire winners bracket during this entire tournament. So I am very excited for what Scruffy has in store for us today, while also being incredibly excited for In4Fun as well. It can't be denied. As we all know, they're a very veteran player, a very good friend to me personally, if I dare say so. And yeah, that's all I wrote.
Well, we very much appreciate it. A little heads up for the chats. As you can see, we have an amazing roster of 6 casters. We will divide them up in 3 duos. For map 1 and 2, we do have Currymaker and Sparkles. Map 3 and 4 will be casted by Barb and Azuko. Map 5 and 6 will be casted by Gap and Yodes. And if it comes to map 7, 8, 9, and 10, which we all hope, I mean, the longer the better, we will just start the cycle again from the beginning with Curry and Sparkles on map 7 and 8. I hope that's clear, everyone. We're about 7 minutes away from the grand final. We do see In4Fun is live as well, guys, so that's absolutely
Yeah, I was about to say.
amazing already.
I don't know if he was live the whole time I was saying that, but he was not live when I was looking at him.
He went live shortly
said it.
after we mentioned that they weren't live, is the
We
funny
just
thing.
pressured them into going live. But yeah, other than that, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for casting this amazing grand final. Hope you're all excited. Again, Curry, thanks for the amazing briefing. Absolutely legendary work. We're all hyped. We're all pumped. We're gonna leave the stage for Currymaker and Sparkles right now, so they can dive into the first couple of maps a little bit more, starting with Colorado. So yeah, good luck and have fun for the first 2 maps, guys. And you'll see the rest of the forecasters in the future maps chat. Good luck, grab your popcorn, grab a drink. This final is gonna be absolutely amazing. Curry and Sparkles, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And yeah, very hyped to be starting off this match with the first 2 maps together with Sparkles. First 2 maps are, as we mentioned, Colorado and Haven. Yeah, very hyped to see those.
Yeah, definitely. I do like big maps, although Colorado definitely my favorite out of these 2, but not to say Haven is the absolute worst either. That honor for me goes to Mumbai. But regardless, I do like these maps a lot. I'm also, just in terms of these guys playing, you see from the stats, very even. I'd say pretty much a 50-50 win rate for both.
Yeah, almost.
Both of these guys, so this is definitely going to be a close match.
Most definitely. Yeah, Colorado also like one of the longer maps, 4 targets. Not the biggest map, I suppose, but still a lot of stuff we can do here. Scruffy picked this very first map, and they could do it without any restrictions whatsoever. Winners Bracket had the first pick without any ban restrictions, so yeah, Scruffy definitely wanted to play this match, to play this map. So he just went for it straight away. And
yeah, I also have to say that I see all the 5 big maps as everyone else does. So I feel like because the bans are fairly short maps, like you have Dubai, you have scale that can be short. Ambrose is very straightforward. Paris, Dartmoor, I guess Whittleton, Marrakesh too. So there's not really much other choices than the big 5 maps. I feel like maybe that's an intentional, mostly from In4's side, I guess, to ban the fast maps, because you know how good Scruffy is on the fast maps, even more so than the big ones, maybe.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact, In4Fun, I think, feels a bit more comfortable on these longer maps versus Scruffy. Instead of the short ones, we do have some short ones thrown in, like in New York later on. Miami can be kind of fast. Hokkaido can be kind of fast. Although, to be fair, it would be hype, but I doubt it a little bit that we'll get to a Hokkaido, as it is our very last map.
I mean,
if
who
that
knows?
is the case, that would be very hype.
I was with the fortune to cast the RRWC 23 finals too, and that went all the way to map 9, so everything is possible.
Definitely.
But yeah, with these big maps, just gonna take a little longer, I would assume. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see how things turn.
Definitely. Also gonna do just a short shout out to I think Chris X3, who's adminning this very big match for us. No pressure whatsoever, but a big match to take for sure. Let's hope everything runs smoothly. I wish Chris very few photo finishes, although at this stage of the tournament we could potentially see a photo finish like every map because of the skill of these players here.
Yeah, and like even though Scruffy being as fast as he is, he's also very consistent. Like, it is just you can't be fast and inconsistent and get to finals or top 3s this consistently. So yeah, funnily enough, this is the 4th top 3 for Scruffy in a row.
Yeah,
So that just goes to show you how good he is, but not to take anything from In4Fun either. He's a veteran compared to Scruffy, but definitely just as good.
Certainly, yeah, and Scruffy's 4th top 3 in a row, and also his 5th ever tournament he's played in. Started just over a year ago in RR10, and then in RR11 he already got 3rd place, won RR12 then, and got to the grand finals in RRWC 2023. So that's really like showing how well good he is currently, and how well he can play these maps.
Yeah, exactly. So it feels like the old versus new in a way. In4Fun being the old, Scruffy being the new, but definitely both still got it.
I guess doesn't agree with that. In4Fun, one of the most experienced players, a single tournament that I guess a single tournament at the start that In4Fun couldn't participate in, and been playing for like 4 years or something. That's certainly a lot of experience that has built up, and very, very, very hyped to see how this one is gonna turn out. Spin is just under 20 seconds away. I want to just quickly point out the map record for this is 5 minutes 45 seconds by Fanium and RR11. Maybe we will get a spin that can break that. The first spin of the Roulette Rivals 13 Grand Finals is arriving in just under 5 seconds. Do you want to go ahead and run it down for us, Sparkles?
I will be more than glad to. We have Sean Rose with an assault rifle as the militia cook, Penelope Graves with a silenced pistol as the militia soldier, Ezra Berg with a cleaver as the militia technician, and Maya Parvati with an impact explosive weapon as the explosive specialist. I want to say fairly standard spin. This can probably be fairly quick too, but I would assume we're maybe not seeing a record attempt, but still likely looking at a fairly fast spin.
Probably, yeah. I guess records with the cook in there, he does take, while it's not difficult, he does take like a solid second or two to grab him. So I guess that might just nullify the record attempt here. But But yeah, other than that, no suit, no extremely difficult kills, no live kills, no target pacifications. Pretty standard spin to start it. Yeah, both
Yeah, you see,
players loaded in already,
Scruffy's
started the
so
west bridge.
fast. Scruffy's so fast. He is about 10 seconds ahead in game time, but feels a lot more in terms of the setup because of how quick he was at the start. Like, he already has Penelope down, and In4Fun only just getting Ezra knocked, so this could already be somewhat of a difference maker, but we'll see how things go.
Indeed, In4Fun took a little bit longer in planning, but is doing something very similar, just, as you said, a couple seconds behind Scruffy here. Both players KOing Ezra in the basement, getting Penelope, dragging her down there as well, and are now exiting the mansion. And Scruffy is getting a militia soldier. That is also part of the spin. And
Yeah,
probably the
he
cook
can get
now
this
as well.
cook ISO down as well before going to Maya, so he has those two disguises there ready. In4Fun's
But he
gonna
got
be a bit tighter.
spotted. Scruffy got spotted KOing the cook. There's just some militia soldiers that sometimes look in that direction there, and that's a big restart for Scruffy. Even though it's only about a minute, can very much mean the map here.
Yeah, it definitely can, but we'll see. In4Fun still only getting started as well, but a lead is a lead nonetheless.
They grabbed an explosive specialist, if I see that correctly, indeed. And yeah, we'll probably now do the Maya kill next, as he's in the disguise for that. He has the timing for that. Just needs to get the lure. Then he can hopefully get her soon. Probably gonna be a explode and dump type of kill here.
I've had a ragdoll with Maya flying over the fence and out of bounds, so that could also maybe be. You just pray for the ragdoll, but I'm definitely not a consistent way.
Yeah, I think the ragdolls, especially on explosions and the likes, are always interesting. We can see In4Fun throwing the explosive in a way where she flies not on top of the box, which can happen sometimes as well. And that's the first kill of the match done from In4Fun.
Yeah, very clean there from In4Fun, playing it super safe with the explosive too. Not taking any risks at this stage of the competition. Can't blame him at all.
Yeah, I guess also like a first map, it's still 0-0. While this match might be the deciding factor in the end, it doesn't feel like it just yet. It's just still an even played for every player.
Scruffy though, trying to get this trank grab. Whoa, what a ragdoll. Can't get the explosive specialist, so he's gonna have to figure something else. Unfortunately, bad turn there with the guard, but In4Fun with the cook too, gets the trank. Is good in that sense.
Yeah, I guess the trank on the cook might be a little bit more consistent since, well, it's not an illegal thing. It's illegal to shoot, but it's not like a KO animation or anything that takes longer. And is probably gonna get Sean very soon. He is approaching the shed where he can isolate him very easily.
Scruffy getting Maya for the time being in this little garage side room, which makes sense as he didn't get the explosive specialist yet. But In4Fun very fast approaching his second kill though.
Indeed. Shed entered. I think he's just waiting for Sean to turn away there. Now 1 KO, 2 KOs on the technicians, and that's Sean KO'd and killed the silenced assault rifle as the militia cook. In4Fun picking up the speed very well here.
Yeah, Scruffy also going for the cook here at this time. I guess he maybe going for the Sean kill first instead of the Maya, then the only issue there I see is the panic maybe, but hopefully not. Ooh, whoosh.
Big whoosh while boxing that body, but was fine. He's in the chef and has just made the timing for Sean in this little shed who just went to the bathroom. He's even gonna use a calmer on one of the guys, KO the other, and that should just be a headshot for Sean, and that's the first kill done for Scruffy as well.
Yeah, and this way, because of the trank, he can now box Sean and this other tech, and then even if the panic somehow spreads to the shed, he's gonna be safe because that guard is only tranked, which is very good. Good thinking ahead from Scruffy.
Most certainly In4Fun. We are now pushing the Ezra kill. There it is. Cleaver, Militia Technician. That's 3 kills done for In4Fun. Just needs a Militia Soldier disguise as Penelope is already down. And Silence Pistol in his inventory. So In4Fun very, very close to exiting this first map here.
Yeah, looking really good for In4Fun. Scruffy even uses the slow old radio grab, which I think is, yeah, pretty much what he has to. But yeah, In4Fun getting this kill, or the disguise rather, so kill pretty much ready to go.
Meantime, Scruffy on his way to get the Maya kill. Interesting to see how it works out for him. But there we see In4Fun taking the shot on Penelope. That's 4 out of 4 kills. Just needs to run to the exit. Should be no big deal. On the other side, Scruffy just exploded Maya, boxing her now. Yeah, created the panic, but he gets away safely. But In4Fun has exited the map. Will most likely take the lead in his grand finals. Very, very well done.
Yeah, I feel like this is In4Fun's map because Scruffy still has a fair bit of catching up to do. He has a soldier in the box, but he's fairly far away. Yeah, pretty much would have said I don't think he's gonna have enough time, unfortunately. So yeah, that one restart ending up costing him the map. But yeah, it goes to show the consistency from In4Fun's side.
Certainly. Also, yeah, I feel like Scruffy maybe changed his strategy after that first rip to something slightly slower but more consistent. I feel like he was doing something different second time around, grabbing the chef later and stuff like that. So maybe that just, yeah, was him trying to play it a little bit safer for his second try. However, sadly, wasn't enough. In4Fun will take the lead here. And yeah, next up, Haven Island. Colorado was Scruffy's pick that he just lost now. And Haven Island is going to be In4Fun's map pick. Personally, I'm very hyped to see this one. Not sure about you.
Yeah, I feel like Haven's pretty much the same as Mendoza, which is like has grown on me a lot from when I initially started playing roulette. So as new stuff been discovered, it's not just the same old every time. So yeah, this definitely, depending on the spin, can be very, very interesting as well.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, this can be just a spin where it's regular Tyson in the villa, in the theater, isolate him there, and just like either do the kill now, do the kill later, something like that. But it can also be a lot of different things that can spice up the spin here. No target pacification on Tyson or something, or some other live kill that requires you to not get him immediately. Can and will probably make even a really interesting map here.
Yeah, hopefully it's something other than just the standard get Tyson first, deal with whatever you need for Steven and Ludmilla, then go back to Tyson. It's just, we've all seen that every time. So hopefully a little something different. But yeah, 3 minutes and 30 seconds away. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, and we also see very convincing statistics here from either player, really. In4Fun, 18-1. Been here 21 times, won 18 of that, lost twice, and got one tie, which I'm gonna assume is a photo finish tie, but could, depending on when it was, could also be a timeout. If it was like
I
really
just
early or
looked it up.
something.
It was RR7 that one tie against Pinure. So I'm not sure. I wasn't around then. I can't tell you if
Yeah,
it was
well,
a
so
tie
it
or
could
not. But
actually still be either. But yeah, like
Yeah.
very, very convincing from him here. Been here 21 times and lost. Won 18. So that's really good. On the other side, also Scruffy, 5-1-0. The number's just a little bit smaller than on In4Fun's side, but just as convincing. Only lost a single time here so far, and
yeah.
won 5 times.
And if you want to know who these guys lost to this map, it was first Scruffy's only loss was to Yanini in RWC 23, where he won the match but only lost Haven. And then In4Fun lost to Blythe in RR7 and Danny in RR9. So he's now lost Haven since RR9, which is an insane thing to think about, really.
Definitely, definitely. On the other side, we also have Scruffy, who's currently holding the record for this map as well. 5 minutes 37. Put it up 2 tournaments ago, RR12.
Yeah, in the grand finals even.
Ooh, so yeah, that's certainly can be an indicator of what Scruffy can do in this map, given a fast spin. Could very much be over in just over 5 minutes, as we can see from the record here. Anything below that would even be a new world record.
Yeah, and depending on the spin though, this could very much end up just like Scruffy versus Yanini ended up earlier this tournament, where it was actually Scruffy got his revenge on Yanini, winning on Haven, but they pretty much played it exactly the same until the very end, where Scruffy was taking a little bit more of a risk and it paid off. So this could very much end up the same.
The risk versus reward, I guess, is a big point in this match. And In4Fun now might be going into this with slight mental advantage. Won the first map, so he's a little bit safer and can maybe think that he can afford more mistakes. But even if like a single mistake on these maps, probably a single rip could cost it here. Scruffy might have a little bit of the pressure on, seeing as he is down 1 map and needs to win this one now. Very interested to see.
We'll see. Just a tiny bit more, and the second map underway right about now. Curry, do the honors.
All right, it is going to be a Tyson Williams loud pistol in the suit. Stephen Bradley Fall as a boat captain. Ludmila Vetrova drowning as a personal trainer. Right, so I guess we did at least partially get that spicy Tyson kill that we wanted. Loud pistol certainly isn't standard, I guess. But
yeah, not too hard either.
No, not too hard either.
You can definitely do this just with the normal cinema ISO. I assume that's what Scruffy's plan is. In4Fun not too far behind, but I would assume the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
Stephen Fall a little annoying. You have to grab the boat captain in between two at some point. Not too hard either per se, but just a little annoying. Can be a pain too. And then personal trainer obviously as well. But very much just these unique disguises here. Absolutely none of those you can just get from whatever you choose, but
also suit in the spin, and both players aren't starting in the suit double on Haven because there is, I think it's called the swimsuit on the map in 47's suite, which counts as a suit for the purpose of the spin.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And yeah, standard cinema isolation for Scruffy as expected. In4Fun looking like he's gonna do the same thing.
Exactly. We could see both players did clear out the back. I think that's Tyson's. Not Tyson's, but this bedroom next to the cinema here. Probably so
Yeah.
the shot doesn't get hurt later. And In4Fun also just blew open the cinema screen for easier access later on, I guess.
Yeah, Scruffy I think has the breacher too, so he's just gonna use it when he comes in the second time. But pretty much the same strategy there for Loud Tyson. Makes sense, very easy, very safe too.
Indeed.
Scruffy going for the boat captain. I think In4Fun probably gonna do the same.
Yeah, boat captain also not like too tough of a disguise if you know how to grab him. It's not much of an issue. It's just another thing you have to do on the spin, pretty much.
He's on the more awkward side here, though, so this could be a little more finicky, but still shouldn't be too bad if you know how to do it.
We have it on Scruffy's side, a coin and a banana, all that it takes.
Very clean.
In4Fun
Very clean there.
opting to do the slightly takes slightly longer, I think, but maybe a little bit safer with the banana on the door to the kitchen and the coin behind that. Yeah, just another location.
Yeah, this though might be just what Scruffy needs for it, though. Like, he's taking this risk getting the, I guess, worst timing on the boat captain, still making it work. So now he can be earlier on Steven and start this isolation off quicker.
Yeah, interested to see Scruffy secured the bodyguard of Steven. I guess with the fall condition, it's not necessarily that you want to get Steven on the toilet here because there's no real like fall opportunity here. So Steven is now on his own while his bodyguard is the one running to the toilet this time.
Yeah, and that just makes Steven the kill itself a lot easier when you don't have to worry about the bodyguard following behind. So now all he needs to do is have Steven start walking off. He's not getting the keys, but trying to get the PT to come down here with the throw. There it is. Looks like it has worked.
Very nice knowledge there from Scruffy. The sound being heard from upstairs when you throw down something against the wall down here. Very easy personal trainer grab for Scruffy then.
Yeah, that's another little optimization you don't see from In4Fun's side. Like, In4Fun is just waiting for Steven to finish his dialogue, then getting the guard sick. Then he's gonna, after he's done with the Steven kill here, he's gonna have to get the PT later. So Scruffy's gonna have that little advantage there too.
That is Stephen Bradley, notorious
Guard
hacker,
timing
chief
for fun getting
programmer at
rid of this
Haven,
one.
and
Resort
relentless,
guard.
reckless in his behavior.
Let's see, In4Fun, thrown distraction. The guard is going for it. Not sure if that was what he intended.
Oh no, he's VIP'd it, I think.
There's a coin throw that maybe... No, Steven will investigate. No. Not doing it either. Meantime, for Scruffy, it's worked out better.
2 targets remain.
And he has the cheeseburger throw.
So, that's Stephen
And
Bradley
it
taken
has
care of.
fallen
Green
into the
crime
water.
notice. Oh, thank.
It's all green,
I just saw the
luckily.
text.
Yeah.
I got scared for a second, but that is green gun's still good. As In4Fun has missed Steven, unfortunately. So he's gonna have to figure something else. This is giving Scruffy a huge lead.
I mean, honestly, Charles, I've been curating those handbags for the better part of
Most definitely. Yeah, In4Fun in a bit of trouble after Steven didn't want to react to that. Throw. Now he's on his little island. He's very secluded there, so No real way to get him easily.
Yeah,
And
clean
he's
seeker
running
too for
around now.
Scruffy. So he's gonna be just waiting for Ludmilla now. All he can do. This is just a patience game at this point. Poor Scruffy. In4Fun trying to improvise something here on Steven's Island.
Yeah, the side area seems to not be overlooked by too many guards.
Yeah,
So
it's just how does he get him here?
I
Is
suppose he
ano-
will
another question.
walk by here in just a second or something.
Yeah. But this does mean he's gonna have to also figure something else out for Ludmilla, which could be bad, could not be bad. But Scruffy getting the clean normal timing with the
One more target
drowning too. Maybe In4Fun could honestly even try some weird
7.
fall down from the platform on Steven's Island if he wants to get really crazy with it, but
Yeah, if that's
looks
a
like
fall
he's just given
possibility,
up.
and that's certainly an option. But yeah, he's gonna leave Steven for now. He will eventually come off the island and eventually also go back. So it's like Steven is on a cycle.
Yeah, it's just Scruffy's so far ahead now that if he doesn't restart, this could mean a tie matchup here going from map 3. Or going
Indeed.
to map 3 rather.
Indeed, Scruffy now picked up the suit and will make their way back to Tyson's mansion, which is also the Tyson kill. Still not, not trivial at all. Both have him isolated in the cinema, but still.
Yeah, I think
difficult
the
to go
main
there.
restart part here for Scruffy is if he gets caught going into the cinema room itself. Just other than that, should be very, very much a straightforward.
Indeed, and wow, Ludmilla just
Oh, no.
ignoring the
Too far. He threw it too
medic
far,
from
and
In4Fun
the medic
side.
device just didn't catch him. So, yeah, that's a restart for In4Fun. There's no more medics. Now, yeah, Scruffy's in an absolutely massive lead if he wasn't already.
Definitely, but nonetheless, he can still lose it if he if something happens with this Tyson kill now. Let's see. There's the breacher for the screen. He's in the room with Tyson. Is he gonna?
Yeah, he's gonna go to the bathroom and then take the shot through through the
All
door.
we need to do from here.
No, there's still a gunshot heard from the two guards outside. This
should
could
be
be
able to
a
extract the
problem
information
here.
needed from the Hayden
If the
servers.
two guards
does have
decide
a
to run
trank.
inside, that is red guns from Scruffy there. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
The guard
That's
saw him trank him on the last kill. He was basically on his way to the exit, but I think the broken cinema screen might change how sound is transferred through it. So the guards came running inside, and that now actually
I don't know.
puts.
I haven't looked into
In4Fun.
Haven that much, but maybe someone knows.
Me neither. Yeah. But that now puts our players almost on equal footing again. Certainly interesting. And we see Scruffy changing up his strat here, starting as the personal trainer.
Yeah, I guess this is the other valid approach to this spin. You just focus down Ludmilla first, then go about your life from there.
It's like that is what Scruffy will be doing. Personal trainer, secret Ludmilla, so that's a quick and easy drowning kill.
Yeah. Doesn't have Tyson isolated though, so he's gonna have to figure what else he's gonna do. Maybe just a jacuzzi or a second cycle cinema, something. I don't know. But we'll see what the plan is.
We see In4Fun still sticking relatively close to his last strat. Still changed it a little bit. Didn't spend as much time in the mansion. And does not seem to immediately go grab Lord Captain. Or yes, just picking up coins that he apparently forgot in the mansion, I suppose.
Yeah, I would assume In4Fun is just gonna go for the same strategy he did last time. Like he didn't necessarily do anything wrong. He just missed the Steven allure, and then with that, everything else kind of snowballed out of control. So I would assume if he has just a little better time with Steven now, I think his strategy will work just fine.
Maybe. Yeah, we can see now actually both players getting the boat captain. In4Fun obtained it now. Scruffy is still running towards him with his coins and a banana. And yeah, In4Fun is gonna attempt the Steven kill again, the thing that basically, yeah, ruined his run last time. Ooh, and Scruffy gets a crime noticed while swapping disguise here. He's looking around, he can't even figure out from where. There's nobody orange.
Wow, what is that?
Incredible. And another restart for Scruffy. Big lead on In4Fun's head, but now he obviously doesn't know that he's still, both players still in the mindset.
Apparently, okay.
Ooh. Yeah, the
Lou
view
and
cones on this
Observer
map
saying
are
Portman,
very large.
So I believe them. I've
Could be.
never seen that before.
Could very much be. Sometimes they can see very far into the distance, and sometimes they just can't. But yeah, almost half the timer gone for Haven already. 14 minutes into the spin now, 16 minutes remaining. So it means if the players are like a couple more rips away from not being able to complete the spin, which in a grand final would be surprising to say the least.
Yeah, but then again, these are the big maps. Like you definitely, if you have a spin that takes a while, like this one, definitely does.
Yeah, certainly.
It's definitely, you're not gonna get too many restarts, especially if you're restarting as far in as Scruffy did on the first time. So
yeah, exactly. Ooh, In4Fun.
Struggling again.
Nice.
Yeah, Steven missed another time. Does he hear the banana? Maybe he can salvage this.
Yeah, probably maybe a chain allure with the banana. And Scruffy again getting into combat. He's not having any luck right now. The strategy, another restart for Scruffy and In4Fun. Actually getting the kill here on Steven. Let's hope that was still all green. He's red, but he was red from Tyson earlier.
Yeah, looks like unnoticed kill there as well, so should be good.
Indeed, and that's In4Fun's biggest obstacle this run so far overcome.
Yeah, and good recovery there. Missed the first throw, then just quick thinking, just throw whatever else you have, and it did work out. So next up, personal trainer for In4Fun. He's in a good spot to just banana behind these punching bags.
Gonna be this
Just
one
this
NPC.
woman though. Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna see the PT fall, so just gonna patiently wait it out. Oh, what a turn! Can't even snipe behind him, but
now she's running away. Ooh,
patience
now
is
there's
key.
lots of people now looking at the personal trainer for In4Fun.
That's not good. Yeah, those guys are just staring at him now. That he can't get it. He's gonna have to figure something else now.
Yeah, he's leaving. I think he wants to get the Ludmilla timing, because I think if he spends a lot more time there, he might miss that as well. And yeah, Scruffy on the other side got the Ludmilla kill done correctly this time.
going in for fun, actually going for the suit, which makes sense. Like I don't see why he would have gone for Ludmilla, honestly, because it's pretty much basically a live kill. So even with getting the isolation, it wouldn't have really done him any much good because of not getting the
Yeah.
PT disguise. But at least he can get this suit now closer.
Indeed, and
And then-
I'm curious if he's gonna. He might just. Yeah, I think he's just gonna do the Tyson kill first, and then maybe do Ludmilla fast, which honestly might also be a good idea, since the Tyson kill I feel like is what you're most likely to rip on in this spin.
Yeah, just this pathing to Tyson, I guess, makes sense if you just want to get to him fast, but you could just run around big whoosh.
Oof, spotted trespassing from In4Fun.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was a little questioning why he decided to go through there.
Never seen that happening either. And
Right.
Scruffy yet again getting spotted while changing into the boat
Yeah.
captain. He's looking around, he's trying to find who spotted him. Nobody running yet. Probably somebody from the huts or somewhere.
It's definitely from Portman's hut again, I
Yeah.
feel like. Maybe
Wow.
Portman even. But that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, yet another big rip from both players, and yeah, 11 minutes left on the spin time. It's not, we're not, a tie is no longer insanely unlikely here.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably the last, like, long attempt chance that you're gonna get now. So if you restart, like, 4 or 5 minutes in now, I feel like it's gonna be too late, especially seeing how long it took for Scruffy's first attempt where he restarted.
Yeah, he started,
But-
what, like 8 minutes in or something was when he ripped first time, so...
Yeah, like 8 or 9, something like that, so definitely not gonna have time for more than one of those.
Indeed.
Again, going for the Villa ISO first now for Scruffy.
Yeah, changing it up
Fun.
again. I mean, it worked
Yeah.
better the first time, apart from the Tyson kill. His entire strategy worked the first time altogether, so maybe that's why he's going for it now.
Yeah, he definitely had more luck with getting this Tyson ISO down and then working his way around the island from there, but we'll see. Hopefully things go in his favor a bit better this time.
Indeed, both players having Tyson isolated now, running out of the mansion now. Scruffy deciding to... No, just grabbing that pistol. Thought he wanted to clear cameras, but doesn't seem like it just yet. And
Yeah, I feel like now In4Fun's going for the captain again. Scruffy looks to be heading for the captain as well, so definitely the same plan again in mind. Just comes down to the execution now. And I guess a little bit of luck, especially if Scruffy's gonna try this same boat captain grab once again.
yeah, that's the thing with this. The boat captain grab at the front. It's like some people can just spot you from random places. There may be something, some place where it's like consistently working, but yeah, Scruffy didn't have any luck with it previously.
He's going for it again by the looks of it, so...
I mean, this is what worked for him the first time as well. So let's see, maybe he has luck this time, changes, and seems to stay green. No extended illegal action or anything. Both players obtained the boat captain. And
Yeah,
are
I
on
guess
a run.
just being that little bit further away from the hut itself is what makes the difference there.
Maybe, yeah.
Or
Also,
timing, I have no idea what.
probably
what
it could be
was.
timing, could be just a random head turn of one NPC in the distance there that
Yeah,
randomly
it-
can spot you.
It feels like it could be just about anything, really. But regardless, both of these guys now have their boat captain, and both of them also going for the PT disguise too, I suppose.
He needs Scruffy again with his, I want to say, wall bang distraction. In4Fun secured him this time.
Yeah, makes sense. He has that one extra emetic to spare, as he does have the emetic device too. So Scruffy not having luck with this PT though.
Indeed, getting a bit of whoosh by stashing this lifeguard. He's changing into the lifeguard now, actually. Maybe just wants to buffer the boat captain disguise.
Yeah, if he's gonna want to get the boat or the personal trainer before Steven starts walking, then it makes sense that he would grab the boat or the lifeguard, then go for the personal trainer, buffer the boat captain something to where he can get back to easily.
Alright, here comes Steven for In4Fun again. First thrown distraction, he heard it this time. And he is on the move investigating that, so another throw. Seems like he didn't hear that, but he's in a good position. And just get another throw once he turns away, that should be fine. Only for In4Fun. There it is, second question mark. Steven's off to the waters on the other side. Scruffy did now manage to get the personal trainer.
He's even slowed him down with a coin, so or a little bit, I guess. Still going. Gonna need this boat captain though. It's a little awkward timing here.
Yeah, In4Fun, also very dangerous, did a lag shot for Steven and then had obviously target lockdown. The guard was actively aiming at him. However, as he stayed in the bushes, was not seen. Was fine for him.
Scruffy though with another throw distract gets the slowdown he needed on Steven, so now he can start this chain lure again. Hopefully it works. Looks like he's got it.
By the looks of things, banana throw.
2 targets remain.
Even dropping to the waters, crime noticed, but
So, that's Stephen Bradley
as
taken
previously,
care of.
he seems
Well
to be
done.
fine, still green. And that's the Steven kill done for Scruffy. In4Fun on the other side, he has just he swapped into the guard, I think, to place the remote emetic tool, as it is legal to carry as a guard, and that was something that he had troubles with in the personal trainer earlier as well.
Yeah, Scruffy got. I think Scruffy got a little lucky there with the Steven too, because you saw when he was going to his personal trainer, he just had the guard that follows Steven coming out the bathroom. So a little fortunate timing there, getting it just before. Now, Ludmilla's going out. This is gonna be a little more sketchy. This Seeker now.
Indeed, and I think you don't want to seek her while she's inside the kitchen, because she might go to a different bathroom there. Also, in the last 5 minutes of the spin have started, so basically a rip from either player means the end of the map for them. In4Fun has the Ludmilla kill. Now he needs his suit, and then he can run to Tyson. On the other side, Scruffy did Seeker Ludmilla. And seems to be distracting one. I suppose that was for her guard, but I didn't see it actually. Nope, that's a kitchen
I guess that
chef.
was what he tried.
Yeah.
Just gets a chef. I assume he wanted the guard there for the pistol going forward, but
Maybe, or just so she doesn't follow her, because now I think what will happen here, Ludmilla will go to the women's bathroom, or at least through it, so the guard won't easily let you in there. Now with a bump delay, he can make that. The guard is still angry.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Scruffy.
The risk
gonna-
when
Yeah,
Secret
sorry.
Ludmilla in the the risk when Secret Ludmilla in the kitchen. She will go to that other bathroom. Now Scruffy is trying to distract one of the ladies in the woman's bathroom to open the door for him, pretty much.
Does this sync work? Find out. It does. Good thinking there from Scruffy.
Indeed. There's the drowning prompt. That looks to be fine. 2 kills done for Scruffy. At this point also a race against the clock. 2 minutes 30 In4Fun in his suit on the way to the mansion. Scruffy still needs to grab the suit and, well, set up the Tyson kill. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be nerve-wracking.
It's gonna be close for Scruffy. Mainly, I want to say In4Fun still has a little bit more wiggle room as he's already at the mansion, but because of how things went south for Scruffy too, it could still happen to In4Fun too, as he didn't have the same thing happen to him yet.
Indeed, let's see. In4Fun did take care of the cinema screen earlier. Can now just infiltrate through that. Scruffy just picked up his suit. 1 minute 40, and you almost need like 20 solid seconds to run from here to the mansion, so that's valuable time lost for Scruffy.
Yeah, and then to the exit too. So it is gonna be really close. In4Fun even drags Tyson all the way to the bathroom here. Oh, bad.
Shot down, but nobody heard it. Switch to the bodyguard disguise. Even hiding him a little bit so he isn't seen from the bathroom. Scruffy on the other side got spotted. I didn't actually see what happened for him there. But that's the restart and the end of Scruffy's run. And In4Fun now basically just has a minute to exit the match. Map. He has the boat keys. And by the looks of things, In4Fun in the last minute will secure another 2 points. 29 minutes and 4 seconds. Only 56 seconds away from tying this map, but In4Fun has done it.
Yeah, I think it was just the positioning on the Tyson shot then that somehow cost Scruffy the first attempt, because In4Fun didn't
Probably,
get
yeah.
gunshot heard.
Maybe
Even with
the impact
cinema.
of the bullet or something on the floor, I don't know, something caused those guards to investigate that.
I don't know. But anyways, In4Fun clutches it out, and now headed into Berlin. Next will be up 4-0.
Indeed.
And yeah, next in line in terms of casters, Brody mentioned it earlier, but next up will be Nezuko and Barb, whenever they do decide to hop in here.
Indeed, cast a swap for these second maps. We may return in case we get map. I think it's 7 and 8. We're up again, but
Yes,
for now,
sir.
let's give the stage back to Barbecue and Nezuko-chan. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh. So yeah, it's been a heck of a journey already with first 2 maps. And very close time for Haven. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was. I mean, my God. Yeah, there was like what, like a minute on the clock left or so whenever In4Fun hit done on the spin. So that was about as tense of a Haven as we could have potentially, as we could have ever wanted. That was great. That was an amazing Haven. The Colorado was very dramatic as well. I really liked seeing In4Fun make that impact explosive Maya kill just look like nothing. Just made it look real easy. But yeah, just tremendous, man. Tremendous first 2 maps by both of our competitors. Obviously, In4Fun sitting in a very advantaged position right now with 4 points in this first to 10 grand finals. Scruffy a little bit behind, but certainly not impossible for him to catch up. And we are heading to Berlin, or some say Berlin, which is Scruffy's choice. And after Berlin, we have Santa Fortuna, which is In4Fun's choice for maps 3 and 4. And yeah, man, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. I'm sure you are too, Nezuko and chat. Hopefully, you guys are having as great of a time as we are here. This is just a dramatic back and forth, a lot of rips. Obviously, we don't like a lot of rips, but we like the dramatic matches. You know, the matches that feel high stakes. And man, this is it. This is peak roulette.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm quite intrigued how we get for the rest of it. So far, we'll see. Let's hope we get Scruffy can get some points, of course, to move on some more maps, but obviously we have to see how it goes. From the stats performance from these two, Scruffy has been here 6 times, 5 wins, 1 loss. In4Fun's been here with 17 times, so they're quite experienced on this map as well. 8 times and 9 losers. And they have played against each other. Not sure when that was. I believe it could be in this tournament. I'm not potentially sure. And Scruffy did take it. So
I believe it was, yeah. I believe it was actually the match where, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was winner's bracket round 5 match where they did battle on Berlin before, and Scruffy was victorious, and In4Fun was actually sent down to the lower bracket at that time. So, yeah, it's a kind of a grudge match here in more ways than one, but especially on Berlin, it's like it's Berlin round 2.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and
In4Fun stats on the other hand here, 8 wins, 9 losses. So,
yeah,
you know,
and Scruffy has been playing very well on this map recently. For the recent RRs he's been playing, he's massively got so much better on this map that he's been so far been close to beating records. Being a 554, he was off about a few. The match, one of them did see he was off by a few seconds. So, like I said, anything can happen on this map, and anything can be interesting because the more having the freedom of having to deal with 10 targets, but obviously need to kill 5, is so much fun, and it makes it interesting too for some of the spin conditions, of course. And it doesn't force you to have specifically target one agent. You can just go for any others if anything bad happens to that one agent.
that's true. Yeah, I've seen it in this very tournament actually, where players were having some bad luck getting the falling object kill on Agent Thames, and then had to kind of fall back onto one of the other, 3 or 4 guards who also walk under at least one falling object. And yeah, there's a lot of variability and fluidity that is really important on a map like Berlin, where there's so many different ways to lure different agents to different parts of the map, depending on what disguises are there and what necessary items you have. It's this is a map that highlights a lot of creativity and adaptability, more so than what any other map demands of a roulette player. So I'm sure this is going to be really fun to watch and hard to commentate. So I'm glad to have you here to help with that, because obviously you're one of the players who's able to make more sense of Berlin than a player like me, at least. So I'm reassured by having you to back me up with commentating this.
Yep, just hope I just do phrase the names right sometimes, because I do phrase the one Montgomery, I believe I do say wrong.
Oh, and we all know. Thankfully, most of the people watching know close enough. I get the names wrong too.
Yeah, we're hoping to see.
Agent what's his face?
We're hoping to see on Berlin. Any particular kills or disguise you're hoping to see?
Yeah, fire maybe. Fire can sometimes be a painful thing to incorporate. Not always, probably not in the hands of these guys, but I don't know. I may not know what I like to see until I see it. So
Yeah.
hopefully Hitmaps gives us something good. But when it's here, Nezuko, please tell us what we have.
Yeah, so we have a inject poison for Agent 1 as the Floridaman, Agent 2 a known pacification screwdriver as Rolf, Agent 3 combat knife technician, Agent 4 gun fork delivery guy, and Agent 5 a 4 in the suit. So suit start.
Yeah, suit start, probably running up onto the roof, probably doing something with Agent Green, probably doing something with Agent Banner since he's wearing the tech disguise and Green drops the combat knife. Yeah, Florida Man, always fun to see him show up in a spin. Yeah, and a no target KO on the target who's killed with the screwdriver as Rolf, whichever whoever they decide to go for. So both players doing the default club entrance start and running through the back door, grabbing their stashed item, heading up onto the roof to get green and banner, presumably.
Yeah. Both did bring a combat knife because obviously the combat knife, there's only one on the map, all the way basically near the bus stop. So obviously no way people are going to go and grab that, so you might as well bring it.
Oh, right.
Well-
And green drops what? The concealable knife, I think.
Yes, so...
Yeah. Not the
So-
same knife, but close.
So meanwhile, an easy quick dump on green for both ends, but I think Scruffy's just managed to catch a few seconds up with In4Fun.
Very synchronized, though. Yeah.
Oh, and if lucky Scruff did a pistol shot to distract the club crew female. She can hear that body, and obviously she will investigate and might find the bodies of the club securities. Doing a triple lure for Banner.
Yep.
Obviously
luring
he
banner.
has a lethal syringe you can grab off him, so obviously you don't need to bring that along. And yeah. Obviously the only life kill we already got is 2 of them, in fact, being the inject poison for Agent 1 and 2. So, but I think both will be done in the downstairs, probably Montgomery and Montgomery and Chamberlain, probably.
All right, so there they go, getting Agent Banner in the stairs, killing him with the combat knife after taking the disguise first, obviously.
Yep. Quick, easy, quick, nice kill from 2 kills already we've had.
Yeah, so each player with having killed the same targets rather, and looks like moving in the same direction. They're going to be grabbing the delivery guy, and then heading into the biker garage to snatch the garden fork from the drug lab area. And who are we thinking they'll kill? You think
Maybe-
Lowenthal or
Lower Fawn
Rhodes?
or Rhodes. Rhodes,
Yeah.
depending on where he's exactly located. There's 2 garden forks, obviously being in the little drug area, and obviously the crate. So I think
Right.
Infun's going for the crate.
Yeah, I guess
I think-
that's. Hmm.
I think
Might be
he's
the
going to
easier
do. Yeah, I think meanwhile Scruffy's going to do. Obviously, if with the biker situation where Scruffy is, who's just over there, so the bullet shot. He's in a picky situation where he is right now. So obviously, this body can get seen if he doesn't be careful the way he puts it.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel good about leaving that guy there, but maybe it's fine.
Meanwhile, the Infun's going to got Rhodes loaded. Look at this. Obviously, just get a nice throw and just get into his disguise. Get out of that
Ooh.
crappy disguise.
Nice
probably-
peekaboo.
Nice. Now it comes to the most interesting part. The 2 live kills. Obviously, being Chamberlain, my guess would be, and I'm just going Monty.
There you go.
Mon- Just make it easier. I know you guys in chat will say, that's not how you phrase it.
Agent
s-
Monty.
Agent Monty, there you go. So Agent Monty and Chamberlain would be the ones to probably go for these live kills. Meanwhile, Scruffy's got the guard fork. He's going to go for Lawn 4.
Okay. and
Obviously,
the
Thor-
overlay hasn't updated yet for the garden fork delivery guy kill for In4Fun, but he does have 3.
I think he's waiting for Scruffy to finish off and then probably update it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He's got it. There you go. That's-
Scruffy's got it now too. Great. So all players have the same 3 targets killed. In4Fun is a bit further along though. He's obviously in Rolf Hirschmuller's office now, and working on getting these guys moved around so they can all be pacified.
Yeah, and Florderman is probably heading towards the staircase at the moment. I do know his patrol routes, so he'll be heading towards the staircase. So, but I think In4Fun has a aromatic gas grenade with him. I'm not sure if I think I saw one of them had one, so wasn't sure who. Meanwhile, I think In4Fun's going to lure Chamberlain first, and then maybe get Montgomery later on when he comes back downstairs for the second cycle. Sounds right. Both doing the exact same thing they are. So both... but Scruffy doesn't have Rolf on. This could be a problem. No, he's
I think he's looking for Florida Man now. But
Yeah.
In4Fun does get that live kill with the screwdriver on... That was Chamberlain, right?
Yeah. I don't think Scruff knows he's like near the staircase at the moment. I think he's aware of that. There he is. There he is.
Yeah, always
Hang
a
up there
bit of a chore to fine Florida
Fine.
man. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Did he
no!
not catch him? Did he not catch him with the emetic?
No,
He didn't catch him
because
with the emetic.
it bounced off. It bounced off the staircase.
Rip. Well, he's in a good spot to be
No.
lured, though, with a toss distraction. Like, if you are going to get him another way, it's most likely going to be here.
Yeah.
But it
Obviously,
can
he's gonna
be
turn around.
tricky.
He's alright. Just the only person who obviously can see it sometimes can be Monty. But from where he is right now, he should be alright.
Well,
So me-
nice
so-
save
so me-
by Scruffy.
So meanwhile, yeah, In4Fun's got him sick. So this is a huge. So unless he gets Montgomery with Monty with the lethal syringe kill, he's heading downstairs right now. So just get Rolf and then somehow get maybe not get Chamberlain, maybe go for someone else for the live kill. Obviously, the staircase is a bit sketchy when it comes to live kills. When it comes to even a prompt one, it has to be as well.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the VIP will tell Monty to go look at the distraction, too. And, it's just... Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, so, oh,
Okay,
it gets hurt.
that's-
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that'll
alright.
make the, that'll make the injection a bit more complicated.
So I
And
hope he
also, you
doesn't
don't
wake
want
him up.
Monty to wake him up.
Hey, come on, Monty, you gotta move.
He's on the stairs right now. And
Okay,
stairs
he's
are
heading
not
up.
your friend.
He's heading upstairs.
Oh my gosh, Scruffy.
This, come on. Oh, there's a bullet shot. No,
Oh,
no way.
man.
There's no way he gets. No, okay, no.
Well, he just,
KO'd him, so he's gonna have to.
but
Well, it's not over though. If he gets the other 2 kills done, he can kill him afterwards. Because of course he's seen the body.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's red guns because he saw his bodyguard get pacified, so he like needs to die. I guess you just need to get. He can't be one of ones that
Yeah.
satisfies the conditions first.
You have to do all the vital conditions first, and basically the exit pops up, and you need to snap his neck. That's basically it, or whatever way you want to
Yeah.
kill him. Meanwhile, Scruffy's is not having a good time with this so far from the beginning. He's not having a good time. He's been trying to lure the agents, and it's just not going well for him.
Yeah. Not really sure what's going on. His crowbar might be cursed. He just needs to use a different item. Find something else
Meanwhile-
to throw. And
but
for
in
fun,
a-
meanwhile, does get Swan back here and gets that
Gets the
injected
lucky-
poison kill. That's what Scruffy's looking for.
And
But-
yeah,
And
just
for
very
fun's gonna get it
unfortunate.
first. In
And
8
I do-
minutes and 14 seconds after the spin arrived, and for fun, has crushed it. Scruffy, not far behind.
Yeah, but obviously he's got a way. He's got to get the other kill, and it's been unfortunate. It was going well. The gas device dropping and missing him just add more time to add on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Chamberlain kill for In4Fun after killing Chamberlain early was the kind of difference as well, I would say. But obviously we're moving on to Server 2 now, chosen by In4Fun. A map where I think he's played a lot as well. And that breaks
Yes.
it up. And that breaks it on, so at least we have no ads interruptions for the whole bit. So yeah, a possible reverse sweep could happen as well. Scruffy activates his God mode, and then comes back from 0 to 10, possibly. We never know.
It could happen. It definitely could happen. We could just be getting set up for a very dramatic turnaround. But on the other hand,
Oh, What?
Well, that's probably not.
that's something that was meant to happen, but
I imagine that's just a technical
yeah.
thing. Surprise, everyone! The third spin is. It's here.
Hey,
We're getting started now.
There we go. Oh no, that's a bit short. Oh,
Just
wait,
kidding. It's actually 15 seconds from now.
I hope we get a respin or some. Looking at it on add-on, I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully, we do get a new spin. I think here we go. Either way, spin's here, and Bob, take it away.
I don't think
No,
this is
oh no,
right.
there you go. It's just this. Oh my god, here we go. 4 minutes. Oh my god. So let me take admin technical and technical difficulties, but it's been sorted. Looks like all good.
Yes, we will have our Santa Fortuna spin in about 4 minutes. Obviously, this is In4Fun's map choice, Berlin being Scruffy's, and yeah, for there's some more matches lined up after this, but this is a 1st to 10 grand finals. So if the outcome of this map should be for In4Fun, then that means we're only one more victory away, potentially, from the end of the tournament. Or Scruffy could be positioned to do what's called the reverse sweep, which is where it looks like you're, you know, the one who's going to lose, but at the last possible second, you start winning, and then you don't stop winning until it's over. So that's always kind of fun and cool to see. But yeah, who knows? Scruffy's been here a total of 10 times, 5 wins and 5 losses. In4Fun, on the other hand, has been here a total of 15 times, 9 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. So, this may have been I'm pretty sure, in fact, this is a tactical pick by In4Fun. You want to pick maps that are longer. You want to pick maps that don't necessarily have the highest win rates by your competitor. So certainly, I think this is in line with that way of thinking about things.
Yeah. And I think for your opponent to do, well, I think In4Fun has been doing as well, is checking on the stats, of course, or just how, because most people pick the most losers or most losers map, or your stats on win rate being less. Obviously, some people take the advantage of me like being divine or that being like 0, but basically, if you see the stats being quite low on one map, then you would think it'd be a good idea to choose that map, of course. I think, obviously, In4Fun has been here for a long time, so he's very experienced on a map like this, and Scruffy is as well. But I do think In4Fun has some more, obviously, has more experience for playing a lot of his RRs, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so obviously. I think is what makes F2 more interesting is there's multiple ways of starting, not just one start or kind of like the other small maps you really have. You can start basically anywhere you could.
Yeah,
That's
Santa
what makes it
Fortuna is
interesting.
really, really good like that. I think there's a lot of like viable starts, more so than like on other maps where you tend to see just like one or two, on maps like, Dartmoor or New York. Santa Fortuna, it's almost like all of the different spawns, maybe not all of them, but a vast majority of them are all viable as far as like how you move around the map and deal with grabbing the different disguises. It's Santa Fortuna has been one of my favorite maps for roulette for a long time, and that still holds true, I think, today. Love a good Santa spin, and certainly we have a good Santa spin in store for us today. And just real quick, looking at that map record set by Danny Buda, 5 minutes and 53 seconds set in a previous Roulette Rivals World Championship Tournament 2022. So it could be over about that quickly. Of course,
Yeah.
on the other hand, it couldn't. It could take much, much longer.
Yeah.
No way to know until it gets here.
And here's the spin. Take it away, Bob.
Love to. We've got Rico Delgado with a silenced assault rifle as the shaman. We have Jorge Franco, no target pacification, with a barber razor as the barman. And we have Andrea Martinez with the scissors in the suit. So that is what we've got for Santa Fortuna today. Scruffy going for the default start at the bus stop. In4Fun doing the same, heading towards... Yeah, gonna be. What do you think? We're gonna see like the Red Fox thing or the soft lockdown?
Hard to say, because obviously depending on what they have in their loadout, if I see even from the Seeker, so it looks like it most likely could be. The thing is that they're bringing Seekers anyway, so it looks like it is a soft lockdown for Scruff's enemy. While In4Fun is replanning. I think he forgot to bring an AR.
Yes,
because it is a silenced one.
Correct. Gotta bring a silenced AR with you. Scruffy is doing the soft lockdown strat, which is 2 shots on the door. Which kind of puts him and his guards into a very predictable position where they can all be pacified and you can work with it and not lose your green guns, basically.
Yeah, until you hit Rico.
Well, yeah, until you punch Rico in the face, but once he's dead, that's not a problem. So In4Fun's going to be having another go at this now that he's corrected his loadout, but Scruffy has, he's out in front now. He's got about a minute on the clock in front of In4Fun.
Yeah, In4Fun did the exact same thing what Scruff did, a little isolation for Rico. So all both doing well, but Scruffy's a little bit of a lead because after that replan from In4Fun he had to do. So meanwhile, we're all waiting for those two to go inside. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Usually we do a core subdue, but lucky it's a nice subdue pop anyway.
Yeah, that'll work, thankfully.
Yeah.
All right, now
So
In4Fun's got Rico.
So yeah, and of course scissors are in the barber shop, and the barber razor is actually all the way in the ugly Rico's Delgado guy. I can't phrase his name.
Yeah. Ugly Delgado, the ugly one.
Yeah.
That's where the barber razor is in his bathroom. As you said, scissors in the barber shop in the village. So, Scruffy moving through here. Grabs himself the scissors. I don't think I knew about those scissors that were up there, actually. What was that, like a little tailor shop or something?
I would have just gone for the ones in the barber one.
Yeah.
I think that's
Explore, I guess.
So obviously throw the shovel. No. Playing it safe.
Yep. Making a quick little distraction shot there just to turn Andrea around. And Scruffy's going to get that scissors thrown kill there on Andrea. And In4Fun doing the same thing.
Camera shot, but double the impact. That should be alright. No one should head downstairs by then.
Yeah.
Be all calm by then. So obviously, I think Barman would be next, and then get Rico.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
probably
or maybe.
heading...
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm wondering which way they're gonna go to get back after they get the barman. They're gonna take the tunnels, perhaps.
I'm thinking they'll probably just go for the long way. Probably deal with the shaman and then get Jorge, then go and get the shaman, then get Rico, then get obviously he has the car keys as well, so you obviously exit just right next to him after killing him.
Right.
That sounds what I would do, but obviously we'll see what any of these players will do. I'm quite intrigued how it's. Sounds easy when you say it, but obviously when you play it, it's quite difficult sometimes because anything can pop up.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's, roulette definitely heightens those elements of it, but that's certainly a big part of just Hitman as a game, for sure. And they really stand out in a mode like roulette. So, Scruffy and In4 working on grabbing the barman disguise. Scruffy has got it and is now on the move. In4Fun waiting for the barman to come out. Responding to the little fuse panel there.
So it looks like, unless, Bob Razor, of course they need a Bob Razor, so they're probably head there first maybe and then get, then get Shaman, probably, just I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't seem super optimal, but then again, with these sorts of disguises, they're a bit of, a sizable jog. You can expect to spend a certain amount of time just running back and forth on the map when you see some of these disguises, and the Shaman is one of them.
I'm hoping that Scruffy doesn't get confused with the condition kills. Hopefully he doesn't. And he might just lead the AR here.
Oh no, Scruff! Please don't do it.
Just drop the gun. Yes, he does. Good. All right. He's just grabbing this disguise. Obviously, get through the whole mansion part. Leave his AR around. So yeah, eventually, in this far in the tournament, you can't really. You need to make sure wherever you kill is the right kill, and disguise, of course. Yeah, but In4Fun's going for the shaman now. There's the bar razor from Scruffy.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just to get the barman, go across again, and then get Jorge, and then shaman, and then meanwhile In4Fun is luring him right now. Very careful. There is two soldiers who do roam over here actually, so obviously I think he's gonna be moving these boys.
Yeah, pull them into the bush. Scruffy moving back through the garden here in the barman disguise, getting a bit of whoosh as he moves, but shouldn't be a problem. He's now going to be heading to take care of Jorge. In4Fun, on the other hand, now outfitted as the famous shaman, going to be moving to take care of Rico, and then
Yeah.
gonna have to double back to get the barman though.
It's a little bit of a journey though from In4Fun. Meanwhile, Scruff has done some triple shot alerts to spook them. Where is Orhe right now from Scruff?
In4 will need to grab the Razor still.
Yeah. So he's probably going to have to get Rico. He's probably going to get Rico, then get Orhe last. A little bit of killing. So Scruffy's going for Orhe, In4Fun going for Rico. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time determining who might be ahead based on this kind of routing. I feel like.
Meanwhile, In4Fun's just trying to shoot to the camera in the background, but he doesn't seem to get it.
And he does get like bullet impact notice and everything, but that'll be fine.
Oh, I
Should be
mean.
fine.
So for Scruffy, he's just left the house, shack. He's just trying to. He's got a seeker dart on him though.
He will get a dart onto Jorge though, which should be fine. Wow, In4Fun almost getting ripped by that camera up there.
Yeah, that camera is a pain. Has he got camera spy though? Has he? Has he got any camera issues? If that's the case.
Yes, he does. He does have
Oh.
camera issues, so we're gonna have to see him make a detour for one of the evidence boxes. Obviously, he's not gonna get the one in Andrea's office because he's left that far behind by now. Scruffy, meanwhile, has got Jorge running into one of the good toilet stalls here. He's gonna chuck the barber razor and get that Jorge kill. I think he's just waiting for his guard to get a little bit closer.
Just so he can get. Yeah, just to get the disguise, I guess. So as soon as you get this kill, you can get that out of that disguise. Oh, why? Oh, as soon as he walked closer to him, I was going to say, Jesus Christ. Why are you going a bit too close? Meanwhile, In4Fun has got the kill though for Rico, and he's got you can kind of see camera problems. But obviously, you can take them out in the basement in Rico's area.
Just an important detour to make. So now both players with one target left to kill each. Scruffy needs to get Rico, and In4 needs to get Jorge. In4 is going to have a bit of a run to get back to where the barman disguise is.
Yeah, so a little bit traveling from both ends.
What's he doing? He's going into the disappearer's office.
Yeah, there's a camera box in there.
Oh, right, of course.
He needs to get those cameras out the way. So obviously, meanwhile, Scruffy is going to get the shaman disguise now. And then he's got the ER right next to Rico. So hopefully, as soon as he gets Rico down, that should be green guns.
And
obviously,
getting himself the shaman here into the bushes.
Meanwhile, In4Fun has got the cameras away, so at least that's one of the big problems out of the way. And it's now just to get the barman, get the razor. I think he's left the razor or at the shaman there anyway, so. And they're playing for some of the viewers. That's not good to see in the ads, but like I said, yeah. So meanwhile, In4Fun's getting the Bob Razor. Meanwhile, as well, I keep saying meanwhile. Jesus Christ, Scruffy's getting the shaman, heading up towards. Well, she just need to cross the Rico's impound or compound, and then that should be all good. He's got the AR left there, of course, from earlier.
Yeah, so just a bit of a run now. Looking at it, in terms of this, it definitely feels like Scruffy is in the advantaged position here. But In4 isn't far from the coca fields. I'm just trying to remember, where did he drop his barman disguise?
Next, but when he changed to shaman.
Oh, sure. Okay, so he's just got to run back a little bit, get back into the shaman, and then come back to the coca fields. So, but yeah, Scruffy is going to be leaving through Rico's sports car there in the garage, and it definitely feels like Scruffy's going to be closer to victory.
Yeah, and finally getting the point for this game at least. This could be Scruffy taking some nice points up to this point. It could be a little bit after a few incidents, of course, a few unlucky rips from the other three maps, but he will get his first win for a map for this one. There we go, green guns, and he's exits, and that
Nice.
is going to be 2-6. Lovely done.
Very nice. All right, Scruffy on the board. This could be the start of, the comeback here, where the momentum shifts a little bit. In4Fun now on the back foot, a little bit. So good to see Scruffy taking some points and changing the flow of things a little bit here, taking In4Fun's map pick from him, and now we head into our 5th map, which is New York. This is a Scruffy pick. It is a fast map, and Scruffy's pretty good on these generally. Obviously, In4 is too. But we will be transitioning shoutcasters here to. I think we've got Jotes and Cab on deck next for your upcoming 2 maps. So we will, Nezuko and I will step back, and if the match continues on for much longer, we'll be back for matches 9 and 10 if it reaches that point.
Yeah.
But we'll let you guys take it away, have fun, and
Yeah.
we'll be watching.
Enjoy.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey,
Hello
everybody.
again, everyone.
Backup data is secured.
My name is Cabin, but people can simply call me Cab.
I'll simply call you Cab. How's everybody doing today? I'm Jotes. Glad to be here. We are going to New York. I love New York. It's one of In4Fun's favorite maps. One of Scruffy's favorite maps. If you look at the very bottom of the screen, what does it say down there? Whose name is that, Cab?
That would be 1 minute and 55 seconds set by Scruffy in this here very tournament. I would say so myself, my dear Jotes.
Well, we got, for the people who don't have subscription to Friday 7, I'm going to interrupt here for a second. We are at 30 seconds left of ads. Just a reminder that Twitch Prime is free. You can steal a little bit from Jeff Bezos and don't have to worry about ads anymore during this tournament. Just click that Twitch Prime subscribe button. Or if you just want to subscribe naturally. But people would... But why am I even saying that right now? Because you guys can't even hear what I'm saying. You guys are stuck watching an ad. Maybe I'll say it afterward.
Maybe we'll repeat it again for the people
Yeah,
way there in the
maybe-
back. Maybe we'll repeat it
No.
again for the people who have their volume turned a bit too low for
Yeah,
this
since I
very,
had
very
them-
exciting match so
I
far.
had a little bit of practice. You guys were just stuck in a 30-second, 1-minute ad break. Just a reminder, you can push the Twitch Prime button, steal a little bit from Jeff Bezos, subscribe to Friday 7, don't have to watch ads anymore during this tournament, or you can just subscribe naturally by donating $6 to Friday 7 himself. It's worth it. You won't see any more ads on the channel, and you can watch it interrupted. Cab.
And to further, indeed, thank you for bringing it over to me, because this stream is sponsored by water. Hydrate before you dihydrate.
I have,
Right.
water is in soda. It's like almost the main ingredient, which I'm drinking.
Heresy. We do not have soda here. Heresy. To get things down to business, though, we do have 4 minutes and about 45 seconds left until New York arrives. As a lot of us know, this is quite a fast map. You'll be very careful of blinking, because whenever you blink, you're missing some very valuable milliseconds of what could be a very important thing happening in this very, very map.
Yeah, they even missed us saying that 1 minute 55 seconds world record, map record, held by Scruffy, who is in the tournament. He's the guy to your left up there. If you look at the names in the top left.
Yes, indeed. But In4Fun is absolutely like no name to scoff at all, because as we can see, if we look at the scoreboard, it is 6-2 at the moment. They do have the lead for now in this current match.
Yeah, but I know,
However-
but Scruffy took the last map, so he could
Exactly.
be on a comeback. I hope so.
Exactly. Like, anything can still happen. Scruffy can still turn this around, is the thing.
And turning around, he'll have to do because In4Fun just needs 2 more maps. Scruffy needs 4 more, a lot more, because it is a race to 10.
For those of you counting at home, that's twice as many maps as In4Fun.
It's hard for me to do math sometimes. I had
Wait,
to bring up
really?
the old
Aw.
I had to bring up the calculator on that one.
That's the first backup data is
I can
secured.
teach you some math
2 more to locate.
after this match is over if
Okay,
you want.
as long as we're dealing with numbers that are equal to the amount of fingers I have.
Wait, how many fingers does a person have again?
Luckily, I still have 10.
Oh, that's oh. Now it makes sense.
I can't go any higher than that, though. If I have 11 fingers, I wouldn't know. We got about 2 minutes, 47 seconds here. Like I was saying, this is one of In4Fun's favorite maps to play on. And what do you think about what's going on in New York at the moment?
At the moment.
Yeah, tell me
well,
about New York weather and the internal policies of New York.
the
government.
internal policies of New York. Hey, I'm European. I don't know what's happening there. No, but with New York, for me personally, the big thing with playing New York is just that Athena
This is the
isolation
vault.
and just getting all of
data
the
core should be
guards
behind
taken
that
care
large
of.
steel door.
It is just, yes, I do understand.
That's the
It
first
is a
backup data
matter
is
of
secured.
like
2
calming
more to
them,
locate.
everyone. But that's not always the case every time. Sometimes you have to smuggle in something else than just a calmer, and then you're a calmer down, and have to do it a slightly different way. Or maybe Athena is in her private office, and then the guards aren't in their usual places, and you have to isolate them slightly differently that way. And for me personally, it's very easy to get my wires crossed, especially in heat of the moment matches like this. So for me personally, the actual like isolation in Athena's office and getting her killed there is the one thing, the absolute biggest thing in New York you absolutely cannot miss.
That's the first backup data is secured. 2 more to locate.
Well, it looks like recently they haven't really played against each other in New York yet. At least I'm looking at
true.
Season 3 at currymaker.net, where he keeps track of all the roulette rival stats. They really haven't played each other in New York. This will be a first time in Season 3. Season 2 they did once, and Season 1 they did not at all, so this would be kind of interesting to see how they race up against each other.
Yeah, my bad. I did not realize that they had blank records against each other until now. So who will leave this blank record with a fresh new check, and who will leave it with a fresh new loss? In 15 seconds, we're about to find out. For this match and the next one, I will be reading both of the spins. Starting off with Athena Savalas with a kitchen knife as high security guard. A fairly standard spin, one could say, especially since the high security guard is just in the office, and you can just pass by the kitchen fairly quickly as you're walking up the stairs of the bank. We can see both of our players having loaded in almost immediately from the loadout menu, and we can see In4Fun and yes, Scruffy only a few seconds behind, both of them having gone into the kitchen, gotten themselves a kitchen knife. They will be moving up the stairs
Just
with
interrupt for a
In4Fun
second.
approaching the security room. Yes, Jotes.
Yeah, there was no time at all taken during that loadout setup. They all had a default start of remote EMP, tranquilizer snuck upstairs, tranquilizer in there, and a gold brick in their inventory, and they didn't change anything at all. They just had it pre-loadout set up, started right away.
Indeed, because honestly, with this spin and with the loadouts they had prepared, it is only a matter of seconds. It could honestly be just as simple as whoever loads in first might be the one who wins. It is that tight. But look at this on Scruffy's end. They have isolated Athena's office first,
Second backup
having
data
having
disk is
Athena killed at
secured.
1 minute
Just
and
one to
8
go.
seconds, while In4Fun is still
Director
knocking out
Savaris
guards at
eliminated.
1 minute
Good work,
18. But there we go. That's Athena kill on In4Fun's end. 1 minute and 22. Scruffy, however, has gotten themselves the high security guard disguise, 2 of the 3 data discs.
He's going back upstairs. Scruffy's going back
Last
upstairs. Why is he?
objective completed. Exfiltrate the
He's got the third data disc now from Fabian.
Okay.
From
Yeah, he's
walking
got it.
up the stairs, as Jodes mentioned there, and they will be going towards the CEO exit. I believe they will be finishing New York first. Meanwhile, In4Fun misses the Calmer shot on Fabian as they're walking down the stairs. That might have cost them the entire match just now.
I thought Scruffy didn't grab Fabian's disc. It didn't look right on my screen. Maybe I just glitched out or something.
I'm not sure.
Because it looks like he just put Fabian to sleep and started running back up the stairs like he forgot
On
something.
my end, it seemed like he took the disc without any problems at all, and we will see now that In4Fun has now exited as well. Although a bit too behind Scruffy, I would say, with Scruffy having finished at 1 minute 53 and In4Fun at 2:21. And remind me again, isn't Scruffy's record 155?
155 was Scruffy's record.
And now they've beaten it yet again with 153 now.
Well,
Fun?
Isn't there like a rule that says like if you beat your own record, then it doesn't count?
Wait, really?
Yeah, you have to give somebody else a chance. Come on, Scruffy.
Wait, what? No. That. Wait, is that seriously how that works?
No, that's not a rule. You can.
God dang it, Jokes. God dang it, Joe.
Yeah, Scruffy's going to be setting the new record, the bar even higher, once again, even though we're going lower in the numbers, to 153.
A whole 2 seconds. Still a very big deal, though. I will say that much. That is still a very big deal when it comes to New York. Now, we are... Oh, you first.
We're going to be going on to Mumbai, as you see on In4Fun's stream right now, which I'm really excited for. I guess this was a photo finish, since we're still seeing the countdown timer.
Yes, I do. I have been eyeing the matchups chat here. Chris is typing as we're speaking, so we'll just wait a little bit longer before the countdown to Mumbai starts. Another one of the big 5 maps that we've got. In4Fun has waived the photo finish, so Scruffy has won New York with the new map record, and they will be getting themselves some well-deserved 4 points.
Good. Scruffy's making a comeback. We are in an ad break. We got about 30 seconds left until we continue. I love Mumbai. It's one of my favorite maps. I was there for a lot of the pioneering in this map with T-Nega and also myself. Don't want to pat myself. Frode7 and Timecube. Timecube did a lot of work on Mumbai as well.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's just a fantastic map with a lot of opportunities.
Heck yeah, it is. I mean, that tends to be the vibe with the big 5 maps. It can't be denied. That tends to be the vibe. But it is... I mean, let's be honest. That's what makes them so great, to be honest. That's what makes them so fun to both watch and cast, and sometimes to play. But only sometimes.
We got about 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Welcome back, everybody, from your ad break. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Frode7, I want my check in the mail.
If you haven't drank any water yet, then please do. Hydration is important.
Give me my residuals from these Twitch subscriptions. That's happening during my cast, my section only.
No. I need my dollar bills from the water companies that have sponsored this very, very stream. You have to understand.
Yeah, this is sponsored. What's that? Oh man, what's the water company in Hitman?
In a Silver Tongue.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was about to say Bon Aqua, but that's a real company.
Is it like Blast Off Water or something?
Oh yeah.
It's the space thing water, right?
Yeah, because they have like Atlantide. Thank you, Linux. But like, problem is they're just like mineral water. They like lie about it helping with like medical stuff. I'm just sponsored by plain old water, like the good water.
Water with no minerals? That's
Water
not
with
good
water with no minerals. Yeah, exactly.
47.
You're
This is one of the
H2O
Mumbai chores.
from the
My
source
records show a few residential complaints about a new tenant.
in a lab.
From the chat. It's not even mineral water. It's garden hose water.
That's even better. You get that hose taste. Man, I remember drinking hose water as a kid. I don't know how I didn't die and get sick.
Because it's the good water.
It made me stronger. Yeah, exactly.
It made you stronger.
We're gonna be going to Mumbai in about 2 minutes now.
Yes, and considering the scores right now, it is guaranteed that both of our players will be going on to a 7th map. So for all of you watching at home, you will be guaranteed to listen to the voices of what are they? Sparkles and Curry once again. So
Yeah,
hope you're all
they'll be
excited.
taking
Hope you're all
over
excited.
after this one. Hopefully, this big map's not like the other big ones that have been happening. Haven Island was a trip, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if our players want to be reminded of Haven Highland though. So, what
And then
about
we
Mumbai
had,
itself?
and then we had, what was it, Colombia, which was also kind of aggravating for some of the players. But now we're in Mumbai, which the only thing I can think of go wrong is people keep messing up the snail kind of knockout area with like a loud shotgun kill, and they just get screwed over at the boat dock. That's one of the things that trips up a lot of people on this map. Another thing could be trying to get the Vanya's servant disguise, and sometimes a briefcase throw to lure the Vanya servant into the porta potty, kind of like poop shack on the side of the river. It just doesn't work out, and they get spotted too. Now, there could be a lot of things that go wrong with this map. It can be kind of tricky. And
Yeah,
also, sometimes, you know, Vanya's like personal servant, the bald-headed girl almost, the burn victim, can sometimes run into the column and turn 360 and catch you, which was like an oldie but a goodie. It doesn't happen much anymore, but I miss it.
Wait, you miss it? Hang on, what?
Yeah, people know about it now. They're all too careful.
Oh. I mean, as we're speaking, we will have the spin approaching, and it is Basir Kale with an old axe as a Bollywood crew, Vanya Shah, no target specification with a fiber wire as laundry worker, and Davod Rangan with a loud shotgun as a Bollywood bodyguard. Right, live kill and no target pacification kind of go hand in hand, I suppose. With an old axe for the Maelstrom is quite fun. And then we have Bollywood Bodyguard for Davod Rangan. Quite convenient with how they're always near their bodyguards. So really, I mean, let's find out what the strategies are, because we see Scruffy starting
47.
out in the what's it
Mumbai
called? It's not
chores.
called an
My
apartment.
records
It's
show
called
a few
something
residential
else.
complaints
Whilst
about a new
In4Fun is
tenant
starting
in
out
the
at
building.
Skywalk
Something
for an
related to
early
strange
Maelstrom
behavior.
isolation.
Yeah, Scruffy's starting off at the Charles, and
Thank
In4Fun's
you.
starting off at the Skywalk.
We will see Scruffy having already cornered one of the Bollywood crew that's just outside the Shawls, and is moving right back into the Mumbai slums as we speak, whilst In4Fun has knocked out the Holy Man and the Maelstrom in
Body
the
shot.
Crime Alley that we all know and love.
Yeah, it's chat was saying that the
47.
I called
Our
it.
intel
Loud
suggests the
shotgun,
Maelstrom
Dawood
is
Rangan.
hiding somewhere
It's
in the
gonna
city
happen.
slums.
Somebody's gonna get
I've
screwed over
marked the headquarters
at
position.
the dock with the snail. But no, I don't think anybody brought a snail, so I don't know what they're trying here. They brought calmers, I believe.
That they did. That they did. Whilst we see Scruffy has isolated one of the crow's nests here and is luring up Wasir Kale for an isolation here, I believe. Whilst In4Fun is sneaking around in the laundry workers' place. I believe they've gotten a peekaboo on one of the laundry workers. Maybe not, because they've now thrown a wrench instead to try and get one of the laundry workers' attention, I believe. But instead, they get themselves a guard that's here in the laundry place. That's That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he doesn't need that. He needs the
Oh.
laundry worker.
Absolutely not. No, like, who would want
He
to
can-
be a
he
guard
can just-
anyway?
Honestly, if he activates that thing right behind, the laundry thing right there. If he
Yeah,
activates
the
that, I think that always pulls the laundry worker.
Yeah, but that, I mean, like, that has to be like a little bit slower is the thing. And if you can just throw a wrench, that would save some time. Except this time where it didn't.
Except for this time where it
Except
was
for
twice
this time where it
as
didn't.
long actually.
Yeah. There we go. Now they got the laundry worker disguise after having some disguise troubles, getting the guard disguise and their holy man disguise over and over again. A bit of extra wasted seconds there on In4Fun's end. Again, incredibly unfortunate. While Scruffy is moving around
Scruffy
in
has
the
to,
slums.
he has to watch out for these patrolling guards. They get through
Yes.
every time.
Because he is walking around the slums with an old axe in hand. But that is the thing, they do have an old axe in their hand, and they just need to reach where they've isolated the maelstrom. They've also left their Bollywood crew disguise there, so they just need to reach the maelstrom, put on their disguise, get them killed, and then they can move on.
Hey there, tough guy.
As we speak, though, we can see In4Fun throwing in the colored smoke into the fire pit. That will get Vanya Shah and Dawood Rangan on the move. And they are in the laundry worker disguise. They are getting themselves ready for a live kill on Vanya,
The
as
infamous
Scruffy
Maelstrom
has
is
eliminated
dead.
Vasir Kale
Very well
with
done,
the old
47.
axe.
No rest
Yeah,
for the wicked,
that's Wazir
however.
Kale
On to
down
the next
for
one.
Scruffy. Did Scruffy already start the brick lure, or is he just a little bit behind in?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think they've started the brick lure just yet. Even then, they're in the laundry worker area, getting themselves a laundry worker disguise that they've calmered just by the folding area here.
Yeah,
As
a
we
lot
can see-
faster of a grab.
Oh,
but-
much faster if a grab for that matter. As
Let's see if he can catch
In4Fun
up, man.
as In4Fun patiently awaits for Vanya Shah to approach the train tracks here. We can see they've got their servant right next to them with the two Queen's guards a bit far behind, but they've now managed to catch up with In4Fun having dropped some wrenches for Vanya to notice.
Yeah, and for fun, just doing the old juggling here, getting rid of her first. She's a problem. I can't see the guard. The guard's walking into the column. Okay, cool.
That's an
No,
unconscious
what a
witness.
side KO! What was that?
That's an unconscious witness for In4Fun.
No!
The assistant
Let's see what
just
happens next.
somehow saw In4Fun
How?
as they knocked
Shah
her
and
out
Rangan are both on the
of
move.
that.
I think they're heading for the beach area near the slums.
How though?
Do not ask how. The Hitman gods have no question as to how. She just did.
Yeah, I think that was a fully behind knockout, and she somehow like grew eyes in the back of her head. She decided at that point in time that her ESP powers would awaken, and she knew exactly who it was.
So that is unfortunately, as stated,
That is Vanya
a
Shah,
restart for In4Fun.
self-appointed queen of the Mumbai
As
slums.
Scruffy has activated the collared smoke
How are you?
just a few moments earlier, and is now in a similar position to where In4Fun was in just a few seconds ago. Let's see if they can knock
Yeah,
out
don't
the
do
assistant.
don't do the knockout on the train tracks. That could be kind of bad.
How can that be bad, if it's okay to ask?
It's like you're doing knockouts on stairs.
Oh, I gotcha. But luckily, they did manage to make that knockout quite peacefully. They have managed to knock out both of the guards, and that is the fiber wire kill
Confirmed
on
kill
Vanya
Vanya
Shah's,
Shah.
on
Excellent
Scruffy's
work,
end.
47.
All they have left
Just one
is
target
Dawood
left.
Rangan
Let's
with
finish
the
it.
loud shotgun that could screw up everything at the utter last moment. On In4Fun's end, we can see that they will be trying to make up for lost ground back in the laundry area, back here with the guard disguise, which they will hopefully turn into a laundry worker disguise very, very soon. As
He's got the guard
Scruffy,
disguise again. Just turn on the machine, man. Twice in a row. I can't be wrong on this. Right?
Maybe, hang on. Does that machine actually lure a laundry worker?
I'm
Maybe
sure.
we're wrong.
I'm pretty sure it does. Wait, why is the guard gonna check out the laundry machine?
I mean, because it's annoying.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You're right. Though. But we're gonna see Scruffy here do the pistol. I think he's gonna do a pistol shot. No, he still needs to get Rengen's guards. How is he gonna do this? Does he have a snail? Because I didn't see one on his loadout, but I might have. Scruffy's so fast, I cannot keep up with him when he chooses his loadout.
I mean, like, best case scenario. Okay, so we do have a note from Afro in the chat, and Oh Shit Man, and many others. Yeah, they have a snail
Okay,
from the
cool.
Twitch chat.
All right, cool.
If their words are to be trusted, Scruffy has a snail.
He must have changed that when I was looking at In4Fun. Change his around. It's so hard to keep up, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Because it's like, it's very, I get it, and it's difficult for me to just even look at the loadout. But there we go, that's a snail dropped on Scruffy's end. That's all of the bodyguards knocked out. There we go, that's that wood knocked out as well.
Now this is a loud shotgun kill, so he needs to... He's gonna shoot him back here? Or what? No, he's hiding this body so the people that investigate the loud shotgun kill don't see the body on the way there.
Yeah,
because this is a dirty KO right here, this guy. So as long as you put Dawood Rengun against the side of the dock, kind of, and just shoot him into the water, you should be good.
I've seen this gone wrong in the past. I have seen this gone wrong in the past, but
yeah, it's those guys over there that can be kind of tricky. They're in a really bad spot right now. He has to watch out.
Yeah, have to be really careful here. 8 minutes into the run as well. You do not want to rip at this current moment.
These guys at the dock are going to turn around. They're going to have a private conversation. Now's the perfect time to do it. And he's getting the dump. Dump happens. He's good.
We have confirmed the dump. A dump has been confirmed for Scruffy.
There's a big dump, too. A nice plop in the water.
No, but seriously, though, we can confirm that is all 3 targets eliminated for Scruffy. They will be finishing Mumbai as we speak. 9 minutes and 50 seconds real time. GG, everyone.
Yeah, we are. It's gonna be 6-6. That's crazy. I'm gonna turn it over to the next people that are coming in. But thank you. See you later, chat.
Absolutely. Thank you all very much, and congrats to Scruffy for turning it around. Here we go, everyone.
Right, and we are back, Sparkles and myself, for the last, not the last, but the next 2 maps of this Grand Finals. Welcome, everyone.
Maybe the last 2. Who knows?
Maybe the last 2. But yeah, these 2 maps will certainly be played, and afterwards we'll see how we continue. 6-6, all even right now. After the first 6 maps, very, very interesting to see. In4Fun winning the first 3 can count, and now Scruffy winning the last 3. And yeah, definitely nerves are high for either player here.
Yeah, I figured it would be even. Just looked very one-sided after the Ripple win at the start for In4Fun, but Scruffy's turned it around since. And yeah, we have a game on our hands.
Indeed. Next map is going to be Miami, which was picked by Scruffy. And then afterwards, we're going to have a Bangkok as our potential last map. If either player win 2 more maps now, they are the victor of victorious in this grand finals. However, we get at least a tie or either player winning 1 map. We will continue on.
Yeah, and Miami first, you see there. In4Fun been here plenty of times. Scruffy's been here a lot too. And one of those times they were here was, in fact, the last match where Scruffy did win. So So he has that little head-to-head advantage. Not to say it means anything, but maybe a little bit of a confidence booster.
Yeah, maybe last time it did work out for Scruffy here. Maybe In4Fun can now get redemption on that. And yeah, take the win this time.
Scruffy showing this giga fast Miami.
That is Robert Knox.
Indeed, very nice.
Genius
Peekaboo
defender.
on Robert Knox there, getting him into the closet
Defector.
with him.
Yeah.
I think walking faster than he was walking normally because he was investigating or something.
Head for an
Yeah, and he
exit.
wouldn't even go in here on his own either. So.
Oh, because he didn't shoot the laptop yet, did he?
Well, I don't know if he shot him. If he shot it, it would probably wouldn't have him. I don't know, I think he did shoot it, just sped it up. That's actually probably what it was.
Probably.
But that is technically the fastest spin you can have on Miami. What Scruffy just did, I believe.
Absolutely. I've been to 3 of these events.
In4 tried the
Yeah, she waltzes into
Sierra kill outside the garage, just not successful.
Indeed, we see both players a little bit of practice here. And yeah, for fun, you mentioned it before, 15-10-0. Been here 26 times over the course of his entire career. Scruffy on the other side, 8-3-1. Been here 12 times. Fun been here more than twice as much. But very interested to see how this one is going to play out. Map record currently being held by Giannini, but was
set in a match with Scruffy in it.
actually true.
Yeah.
This
It was-
tournament.
Yeah, it was the only map that Giannini took from him, and even then needed a map record. So
Very nice. Maybe Scruffy can take it back here. Another record under his belt. Would that be? But
yeah, maybe.
4 minutes 17. Very quick already, but not the top of the.
Yeah, still
best
very
of the
much
best
beatable.
line. Indeed, given a
Does require the correct spin though, yeah.
Race is entering its final lap, 47.
But it's still a very nice time for a Miami that usually you see a 430-ish on a average spin.
Yeah, certainly. Also, Miami, lots and lots of options here. Is
tons
the
of
map with the
disguises.
most disguises, I think, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Can never remember if it's like Miami or Sapienza or something, both of them having a lot of disguises, but I think with all the race teams and everything, Miami is in fact the map with the most disguises.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like 21 or 22 on Sapienza, and then it was like 26 or something on Miami. So,
Certainly a lot, yeah.
yeah, still tons of options.
Definitely. Maybe not as much options or variety in terms of kill conditions. I mean, for Sierra, there's like
The race is entering
big
its
strategy
final
of
lap, 47.
the sugar for the race car, because obviously you do have to get the race car off the track. Although with the new rules, it is an explosion accident now.
Yes.
Not it was previously just a sniper. Now it is.
Yep, explosion
accident.
accident.
Maybe we will see that in this match then. Be very hype and see if the players actually remember it, because I think that was also an issue in the past, even when it was still sniper. Sometimes in the middle of the map, very easy to forget that.
Yeah, you don't think about it that hard sometimes, but
Indeed. 5 more
We'll see.
seconds to the spin. Do you want to go ahead and walk us through this one?
sure can. Spin is here. We have Sierra Knox with a fall as the blue seat driver and Robert Knox with an explosion accident as the thwack driver.
Ooh.
Another double driver.
Indeed, and a false Sierra kill. Not sure
Yeah.
what exactly the best option for that is. I think the paddock does have some.
Yes, I think it's just gonna be the pistol shot upstairs and then dump from there, because it is the faster option, but paddock is a good backup, I suppose. Both of these guys going for the shots, which makes sense. I think you have enough time to get the blue seed driver and come back before Sierra's off the track.
Final lap, 47.
Indeed, let's see. Yeah, both players starting later, both players flanking us drinks and are now running to most likely get the blue sea driver, is it?
Yes, it is, and
And I know you have your
a nice banana grab there from Scruffy. In4Fun doing the same exact thing.
Indeed, crowd NPCs luckily not realizing that that disguise grab is illegal.
Yeah, they don't know any better. Yeah, the timing should be really good for both of them now that Sierra is coming off the track in just a little bit.
Pretty mirrored gameplay from each player here so far.
Yeah, and it makes sense why, because it is very much the fastest option what both these guys are doing. And here is maybe a difference maker. Scruffy's getting the peekaboo off earlier.
Indeed, In4Fun now getting as well.
Ooh, Sierra's going the wrong way. I mean, it shouldn't matter as long as he doesn't get a bullet panic on the shot. Actually, may have been even better for Scruffy getting Sierra that way. He's got Sierra a little bit closer going upstairs. So yeah, he's already going, or she's already going upstairs for Scruffy, whereas In4Fun a little bit behind, but
yeah,
not
pretty
in-game
close.
time-wise. Yeah, definitely really close.
Close either player. Getting her upstairs, clearing, grabbing the cats from the race control room here. And see In4Fun bullet distracting them in there to KO them. Scruffy first taking care of Sierra, now doing the bullet distraction.
Now, what I'm curious is In4Fun smuggle. I didn't quite see where he put it, but if it's gonna be necessary for him, as you saw, Scruffy got the smuggle just downstairs from the pit building, so.
Not even sure what you'd use the smuggle for in this spin, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe it's just a trank for the safety of the explosion
Maybe.
accident. Makes Lear life with Robert a lot easier. I assume that's what Scruffy has.
Maybe, or it's just like
Or
was
for the
still
swag
something he
driver,
had
I
planned
don't know.
from. Yeah, something he had planned from an earlier run, and it's just not gonna use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sierra killed down from either player here. Nicely done. In4Fun
It
swapped
is.
into a security disguise to grab the other disguise. Scruffy still has the already has the propane, which is going to be needed for the Robert kill.
And trank is for the thwack grab, which makes sense. Have these two down here. You have the bodies found of those two, so you need a form of sedative. Now, propane in tow, making your way to Robert. And yeah, In4Fun taking good while longer because he doesn't have a trank by the looks of it.
Yeah, maybe, and you had troubles with this journalist here as well.
Yeah, and I feel like this is where the smuggle actually makes a fairly big difference now. Because it was the trank from Scruffy that he smuggled, but In4Fun didn't get his down here anyways.
Indeed, having big troubles with this journalist here. Trying to get our attention, but it's not working. On the other side, Scruffy is now running towards Robert. Getting the pistol snipe on the laptop, so that sets him off moving. And, yeah. Scruffy is on a timer to win the map here.
Yeah, looking really good for Scruffy now. The only thing realistically that can go wrong is if he somehow gets spotted or NTK or something crazy, but if what I assume happens, then this should be just smooth sailing for Scruffy at this point. In4Fun still struggling with this journalist and thwack driver.
Indeed. Scruffy hiding here on the inside, KOing the bodyguard. And now KOing Robert as well. Distracting security guards to KO them in there. Just probably to make the explosion less heard. And,
yeah, it should be with the security room cleared, as long as the body isn't too close to the actual door. This should be soundproof.
Still went searching. Can't see if
Yeah,
anybody's actually investigating it though.
It's the people from downstairs, like below the room, that hear it, but no one is pathing up there. So yeah, Scruffy, very safe, very fast. Comparison, you see, In4Fun only now gets the thwack driver after all that.
Yeah, thwack driver, the big part about In4Fun strategy here that
Yes.
made him cost it.
That smuggle spot really cost him by the looks of it. I think if he had a snail or a trank like Scruffy did, smuggled down to the pit building, that this could have been a lot closer than it ended up being, unfortunately, for In4Fun.
Certainly. However, nothing over, not over just yet. We do have at least one more map, being Bangkok, In4Fun's pick. We are on match point for Scruffy. If Scruffy wins this next map, he will be the winner of Roulette Rivals 13. If it is either a tie or an In4Fun win, we will move on to the next map afterwards, which is, let me just look it up real quick, Chongqing, our 9th map. So yeah, stakes are high now. Single mistake might cost In4Fun the match here.
Yeah, could be, but in terms of the map, couldn't really have gotten much better one at this point either. You see the stats, 19 and 5.
Certainly, yeah.
I mean, Scruffy not too shabby either, 6 and 2, but still, like, that In4Fun record is just insane.
Certainly. Yeah. 19-5. Been here 24 times. 119. That's like not a lot below. And yeah, not a lot below 100% almost. Let's see if he can pull it back. On the other side, Scruffy does have the world record for this map yet again. I mean, at this point, it's almost easier to just say which maps Scruffy doesn't have the record on. This one
feels
was
like it at times.
Yeah, was set last tournament, Roulette Rivals World Championship 2023, in the winner bracket with a 2-minute 55. Maybe he can improve on that record even, or In4Fun can win it back. We shall see.
Yeah, if I'm counting this correctly, I think Scruffy has currently 6 records, and we are playing 3 of the maps that he has records, and this should be the 3rd.
Yeah,
So
very
yes,
possible.
Sapienza, Whittleton, Dubai not played, and then Haven, New York, and now Bangkok. What we have.
Indeed. Yeah, 2 minute 55. Pretty quick for a Bangkok spin as well. Let's see if they can improve on that. The spin for the record this time was Jordan Cross letter opener, Cross bodyguard pistol as waiter for Ken Morgan. So not necessarily the quickest spin, but certainly fast one at that.
Yeah. Still, a sub 3 Bangkok is just crazy.
Indeed. So, yeah. Players have not faced each other on this map just yet. Where they will for the first time. This was one of the maps that weren't played in their matchup earlier this tournament. And yeah, let's see if In4Fun can calm his nerves a bit and stay calm during this potential last map, as his tournament fate is on the line here with this Bangkok spin. It is gonna be Jordan Cross with the Katana as a recording crew, Ken Morgan Fiberwire as Exterminator. Apart from the Katana, I guess, the fast spin again.
I mean, honestly, even with the Katana, it's a fairly fast one because you can start a recording crew, you can get the Jordan isolation, then get the Katana, come back, and then do all that. So I still think this is a fast spin.
Wouldn't even know. I just don't know because I don't know where the Katana is actually.
Yeah, the Katana is upstairs in, I think, what is Jordan's bedroom.
Ah, okay, I see.
So yeah, it's one floor up from here. Shouldn't be too hard to get. And yeah, what Scruffy does makes very much sense. Can get this Jordan isolation, then go grab the Katana, come back, kill Jordan on the way back down to Ken, and move on.
Yeah, In4Fun doing exactly the same here. Isolation in the bathroom. And, yeah, both players running up to grab the Katana mirrored stress as of right now.
Yeah, not really surprised either. You see there, Scruffy's getting to the Katana first, really easy.
There we have it.
Easy
Interesting
nab
place
there.
for a Katana.
Yeah, just leave it on the bed. Why not?
Illegal to carry, but both players luckily had a briefcase to put it in.
What's up?
Makes it a lot easier. And,
yeah, Scruffy looking really good though. So fast. There's the Katana sticking from Jordan's forehead.
Need with In4Fun only seconds behind. There it is. Kill from him as well. And yeah, Scruffy grabbing a bodyguard disguise to go on the way down. In4Fun doesn't do so. In4Fun just staying in the recording crew, so that technically gives him a slight advantage right now. But In4Fun is stopped by cameras, one of the big enemies in Bangkok for sure.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yeah, the cameras here are evil. Like in comparison to a lot of other maps, the Bangkok camera is notoriously hard to deal with, but you can go around them fairly easily, luckily for everyone.
And yeah, In4Fun actually using a remote emetic tool for Ken here, so medic him to a bathroom.
Yeah, Scruffy should have the same thing, just the difference here you see Scruffy getting the Exterminator beforehand. Not sure how that's gonna affect anything.
I feel like
If it does.
Yeah, might be a bit quicker / easier to grab the first interesting corner. Not corner subdue, but the missing of that from In4Fun there. Not sure if how quickly Ken walks to the bathroom, so he might be a little
and
bit
again, the
bottlenecked
difference
by
here,
that.
Scruffy. Sorry to cut you off, but Scruffy
good.
had the trank grab on the exterminator again, whereas In4Fun is just doing a peekaboo. So I'm not sure if this is another one of these little differences that could be in favor of either one. I want to say Scruffy's favored right now because he's already waiting for Ken, but we'll see how it goes actually.
Certainly very, very close, because as we can see from Instinct, Ken is already puking for In4Fun. So all he has to do now is run in, get Ken, and run to the exit. Scruffy still needs to wait a couple of seconds for Ken to actually enter.
Yeah,
the
Scruffy's gonna
bathroom.
get the kill first, though, by the looks of it.
Just now
Just by a little
In4Fun got
bit.
it.
Yeah. This is gonna be a really close one.
It's a race to the exit, pretty much. Both players having the kill. In4Fun ever so slightly in the lead. It could all be down to who presses done on the page first. And we could very much see a tie here.
Yeah, definitely really, really close. Could go either way for sure. I think Scruffy took a little
In4Fun out
less
is Scruffy
time.
out.
Yeah, Scruffy I think took a little less time on the planning, so
Scruffy
only a
seems
second
happy
difference.
about this already, but little does he know it is a photo finish, and with the 1 second between the players, I mean, not sure how long each player loaded. Both had preloads, so I doubt the loading differences gonna make up for anything, but at the very least, I think yeah, it is gonna come down to the loading times, actually, which not sure how different they were, but could very well be a tie here.
Yeah, definitely. What a fitting way to end map 8. Honestly, couldn't have asked for anything other than a photo finish.
Indeed. In4Fun setting in chat they didn't preload. Scruffy is already preparing for for chunking here. So
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I guess. Worst case is that his preparation for this is
it's worth it. What a
yeah,
shame.
or the
would that
worst
be?
case is that it's unneeded because he just wins the map or something.
Yeah.
But we will just have to wait a couple seconds, minutes longer for the result of this map to see if In4Fun manages to just cling on to the possibility of a win here a bit more. Ooh, interesting drop there from Scruffy. Actually did not know that one yet.
Yeah, it's the normal. I say normal, but probably the quote-unquote standard arcade drop at this point.
Very possibly.
Yeah, one of many ways to go from one place to another in chunking. See. Chris is typing.
Yeah, well, see, Chris is typing. Let's see if we're gonna get a result for this map just yet. Or if we need to... well, yeah, wait for just a little tiny bit longer. Currently no result yet. If In4Fun wins this photo finish, or if it is a photo finish tie, we will go to the next map, Chongqing, which will then be casted by, I think, Barbecue and Nezuko-chan are gonna have that again. If it is a Scruffy win, then he will be declared the winner of Red Rivals 13. Let's see what it is.
It's still going, Chris. Still
I
typing.
want to say, Chris is still typing. No result officially declared just yet. Probably just gonna type out all the times and everything to make absolutely clear to everyone how this was calculated, and yeah, not get any allegations of like admins miscounting or anything here.
Yeah, definitely. In a match as big as this one too, you don't want to be making any mistakes.
Not really, yeah. It is, the result is here. Do you want to go ahead and tell us?
I sure can. So, Scruffy has loaded for 4.08 seconds across a single load, and In4Fun has loaded for 11.67 seconds across a single load. So, In4Fun will win Bangkok by a margin larger than 2 seconds, and therefore we are all tied at 8-8 going into our 9th map of Chongqing.
Wow, very, very nicely done. And yeah, as close as it can get, pretty much. Map 9 could very much be the deciding factor here. Or if we get a tie now, it could even be a map 10 that is going to be deciding. Nonetheless, these last maps, certainly the last maps of the match, are going to be casted by Barbecue and Nizuku-san again. Take it away, guys. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great job by our fellow casters, doing amazing work, commentating on this epic match. And what an epic grand final it's been. Like, just, this comeback by Scruffy here, and then, In4Fun fighting back in what, is potentially right before the last match of the tournament here. The only way that we're gonna have a map after Chongqing is if both competitors have like a tie here, or very unlikely that they don't finish a spin, but that's not gonna happen. It would either be a photo finish tie, where they each get it'd be a 9-9, then decided by the final map, which would be Hokkaido, or whichever player takes it here, will be the first one at 10 points, and it's going to be done. So potentially this could all be wrapped up and concluded in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It could be all be over. So really
Yeah.
exciting stuff here. Doing battle on Chongqing.
It's
How you feeling, Nezuko?
It's been amazing. So the beginning been in fun with the 3-map lead, and then Scruffy coming back, and it's now been one of those roller coasters. And then Scruffy take it, and then In4Fun. It's been a close photo finish, and the loading time I didn't expect from In4Fun, but that photo finish did do the difference massively, and obviously did not end the game. And obviously now moving on to Chongqing, like you mentioned, it'll be potentially the last one, depending if it's a photo finish, of course. So we are not obviously sure. So obviously, depending on if we get a good spin or a tricky spin, times out if we get a pretty heck of a spin. But obviously, from these two, very experienced from their stats, you can kind of see Scruff's been here 11 times, 7 wins, 4 loses, and In4Fun has been here 16 times, 13 wins, and 3 loses. So for the next experience, I can't see them having a timeout, but a third finish, of course, can happen. So yeah.
Absolutely, definitely is. It's still. It's still on the table. So, and it should be noted here that this is Scruffy's choice, Chongqing, and if it should move on to the final map, Hokkaido, that would be In4Fun's choice. But I have a feeling that it's going to be decided here and now. In the 10 seconds, we'll find out what exactly is going to be prescribed to our players, but don't blink, guys, because we're right on the edge of it being over. Go ahead, tell us what we have.
Alright, so we have Hash, allowed explosive weapon as Dumpling Cook, and Image Royce, an explosive accent as a facility security. So 2 loud kills, but one of them isn't an accident, so this makes it interesting.
Yeah, and generally, Imogen has, she's around people who might be panicked by an explosion, you know, there's the guard who follows her, escorts her up, assuming she's lured out by the drone. You know, so we'll see what the players end up deciding to do here. Looks like Scruffy going for Dumpling Cook. In4Fun, I think, did block guard.
Yeah, so
start.
two different ways.
Very different
Scruffy,
starts.
I think Scruffy's gonna get the kill done over with, or In4Fun's gonna probably set up for the hush kill.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Drone for In4Fun. Shot the drone through the window.
It's like straight away within the first 10 seconds shooting a drone, so you know he's gonna be taking care
Oh.
of Hush real quick. And a replan from Scruffy here.
Smuggle, I'm guessing. Yeah, if you're going past the smuggle area, you might as well grab it.
Yeah, wasn't happy with his pistol configuration, I think.
No. Yeah, so obviously very careful where In4Fun is. Just gotta be very careful. It's alright.
Oh god. Oh, okay, that'll be
It's
okay,
good.
I think.
He just needs to carry the front guy. Hush this guard. There he is. There you go. And he should be fine actually here with this loud kill. No one should hear it. He just needs to set up. It's a micro, so you're gonna be exactly next to it. There we go. And then get a propane. And there's only one propane on this map. What does suck, unless you can get the other way. I don't know if I did get the propane. No, he did not. I don't think he did get the propane actually. Or is he doing the meeting spot here where he is? I
Well,
imagine.
Hush is just the micro explosive. So the propane's for Imogen.
There's a propane flask of a tank right there, so when she comes
Right,
upstairs,
yeah, below the scaffolding, or right
Yeah,
next
there
to the
you go.
scaffolding there.
he shot every drone. He's just shooting.
Oh, he's gonna get Imogen up by the
Yeah.
propane thing on the top of the roof there.
That is actually very intriguing, and I've never seen it before actually as well. So I'm quite very interested to see how it goes.
That
But
does
if I need,
take longer, yeah, as Chad's pointing out. It's the
Mhm.
we're saying it's the slow strat because it takes her longer to get up there.
but obviously, yes, from Scruffy's replan, it's a huge difference. Over head turn, it's all right.
Ooh, is Scruffy
Yeah, he's
still
all right.
clean here? Okay.
He's got the guns from Hush, but he's apart from that, after getting this explosive accident he could do right now, he should be green
Yeah.
guns.
And he just calmered
Yeah.
Mogwai there, so he's gonna put away.
Oh no! If it was a situation with voice, meanwhile, the explosive is done from, and then his green gun's back. So now it comes to, so I think Scruff's doing drone. Oh wait, what's happened? Oh, did Scruff get hurt? I think it did, but obviously I think he tranked the other guy. He's hit the bodies as well. It's so good.
Yeah, it should be okay for Scruffy. And, you know, so Scruffy's got Hush killed, but he hasn't. And
could be very-
also has Hush set up, but hasn't gotten the kill yet.
Meanwhile, look at and Scruffy's just trying to do this little. Look at that. Haven't seen those for a
Nice.
while. And so yeah, this could be very close though if this goes well for In4Fun, because with that replan, but it does mean that Scruffy does have 2 loads in fact.
Yeah, Scruffy just popped the drone now, so
Obviously, you can do a
He's-
drive-by, whatever.
yeah, you can definitely do a drive-by on Imogen.
Meanwhile, Imogen, is she upstairs? No, she's hanging upstairs still. I think she's trying to get a dumpling cook. And there goes the explosive accident. I don't think no one heard it though, or get killed. No non-target cascade, but In4Fun gets ripped by the dumpling cook.
Crowbarring into that back entryway up into the where he was going to get himself a
Yeah.
dumpling cook disguise.
Quite the
And
bitch,
that
apparently.
could be it because of that. Obviously, it does depend because this guy does hit the investigation of the propane. He is allowed down here. Is he a trank? No, he has a pistol. Pistol shots.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's nothing. Oh my, it's just this risky. He's gonna have to move it, right? Is he gonna do it? Just gonna then just go for it? Oh my god, he actually is. Gets it, but still gets red
He
guns
has
for the body
red
getting
guns.
found.
Whoa.
I was
mean,
mentioning about that body being
yeah, like
found.
they would.
What did they
why
react to it?
I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of people that would turn and look at where that explosion is, and they would see that guard.
Yeah, if he keeps moving near the staircase, he would have been fine. I didn't.
It was
So
very risky.
yeah, and so that means another restart. But oh no, that missed Chucks, but he didn't seem to give a care.
What?
This
Mogwai doesn't
guy's-
care at all about the frying pan.
So meanwhile, It looked very well for In4Fun. It looked pretty cool as well doing that lure, but I think it does take longer, and Scruffy's is very lot quicker. Just gotta be very careful. All these triple shots lures and all that from Scruff.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Shooting,
Yeah.
shooting on the inside of the building to get those guards out of the way.
Shoot that cam box as well. I do like both ways, but I honestly would prefer Scruffy's, of course, because it is faster. But In4Fun can obviously get everything prepared, you know, etc., and get the dump to cook in the meantime. It's cool. I like it.
He does give himself a bit more time. I like that aspect of it, so you don't have to feel as rushed.
Yeah. So obviously, though, Scruffy is like a little bit behind, while In4Fun's a little bit ahead with in-game time. So there it goes. Meanwhile, gets the wrong input of the code. There we go. Meanwhile, looks like In4Fun is gonna get this. Hopefully, should get disguised before Royce comes upstairs. Because last time he couldn't able to.
Right, here goes Scruffy trying to get pacification on Hush.
Just throw it. There we go. But obviously, we need to be very careful. Is he gonna try the whole entire room? Is he? He is. He's playing it very safe. He's just gonna carry everyone in here, even the subject as well. Not the subject.
I would think so.
I don't know if he stands up now, does he? Or does he stand there unless he gets spooked or something? I don't remember. It's been a while since
I think it can. She can compromise.
You got the bastard, Hush.
There you go.
Now go get Imogen Royce.
Oh wait,
and
that's
get
usually
to the core.
yeah. Then there's the.
Oh, speaking
Scruffy.
of,
I think Scruffy
he just-
forgot about him.
Scruffy just regarded the test subject there as like a piece of furniture, but the furniture has eyes, and Scruffy just changed in front of that
Meanwhile-
person and the test subject. Yeah.
In4Fun has got a bear dumpling cook instead of having to go for in the restaurant. He's got the one who talk to each other. So this is looking all good for In4Fun now. He just needs to trigger it. Did he get it? There we go. Lovely. And I think he's all good. He just needs to detonate that remote micro, and then I think he's all good.
Yeah, should be.
Just obviously, I won't say GG's until we get a green guns back up after killing Hush.
Right, which he won't have until he's right about to get on the scooter. So fingers crossed that they actually turn green. They do. He's out. He hits finished, and it's looking like In4Fun is gonna be the winner here, taking the 2 points from this match, reaching 10, and wow, ladies and gentlemen, we have our Roulette Rivals 13 champion. GG's. Congrats to both players. Wow, what a match. What a match. Amazing. And wow.
I believe my mic just cut off for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
What a final was that, guys?
Yeah,
Indeed.
oh my god. Incredible. I'm shaking. Just watching that, I'm like
I
shaking.
think
gotta catch
all
my
of us
breath.
are.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing. That was holy heck.
That was
As
amazing.
close as we could have wished for, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've asked In4Fun to join the channel for post-match interview, but I'm sure he'll gonna take like a minute or two to like calm his nerves, right? So in the meantime, until he arrives, guys, first thoughts about this final.
You might need to have a cigarette or something.
Just make sure to not do it like near any propane or something.
Yeah. Or ledges.
But yeah, first thoughts, guys. What do you think of this final?
Well, I think it's been an amazing journey from beginning to end. In4Fun taking a massive few points at first, and then Scruffy coming back, and it was just a back and forwards one until a couple of fortune rips after near the end. And the Chong King, they were both new. They both did very well, and obviously knew what they were doing and all that. Both different strats as well. And of course, just unfortunate for Scruffy for some bits, but yeah, I love both of them, and they played very well. It's an intense match it's been for a while.
I mean, In4Fun literally being seconds away from losing it after that Bangkok with the photo finish. He was able to take that But like, even if he was just a touch slower there, he would have lost it. And then here in Chongqing, he doesn't know that yet, obviously, but we saw Scruffy also being like very, very close to finishing there. So this was like as close as it can get. And yeah, very, very happy to see such a close match here.
Yeah, I would probably echo a similar sentiment, which is just that it's exactly the kind of back and forth that you want to see out of a big epic match like this. You don't want it to be over and with a quick sweep. The drama and the uncertainty had me on the edge of my seat throughout the entire thing. So this is just the culmination of what the roulette tournament brings us to is so awesome.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Yeah, there was too many times I was actually just screaming at the friggin' monitor going, "No way! How? What do you mean, game? What are you talking about?"
Great showcase of the game as well, and like the flaws the game has to the player, which the
Like,
players
honestly, that
sometimes.
Haven Island, Scruffy trying to banana that dumb boat captain?
What about when
Like,
In4Fun got spotted through Rima through the back of her
Yeah,
head, literally
with a clean KO.
Yeah, like just like what? Shocking. Utterly shocking.
And I can't believe the when it was tied 8-8, or I believe it was.
Yeah, we were
No,
at
it
8-8.
was 8-6, and they were doing New York, or no, they were doing Bangkok.
Bangkok was 8-6.
Yeah, Bangkok, and finishing within a second of each other.
Yep.
I thought they were gonna get a tie. Honestly.
Yeah, and then we would have seen another map here actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing both players, and again, an intense match from both of them. Like, very challenging battle back and forwards, and it's been intense. It has been.
Yeah, I mean, like the scoreline was insane as well, right? When you look back at it, like first up, like In4Fun going up 6-0 there, which is kind of crazy against a player like Scruffy. You thought he had all the momentum, and then just that Santa Fortuna changed everything. Scruffy took it back all the way up to 8-6, and then In4Fun took it back away all the way up to 10-8. Like, that's kind of a dream scenario for us viewers, right? How that went.
Yeah, speaking of In4Fun, he's hopped in now, I think.
Can I just get a round of applause for him in here? Just like,
hey, GG.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Congratulations.
Hey everyone, thank you so
Wow,
much.
Roulette Rivals 13 champion in the chat with us.
Exactly. Congratulations, In4Fun. First thoughts about this crazy, crazy banger of a match. What is going through your head right now?
It was so hard to think of like a first thought because I still can't believe like the fact that I even got here. And then of course, I mean, I came here when you guys talked about the breakdown of the match. Like the first 3 maps were like very different match, and the other 4 maps were very different match. And the end of it just still I can't describe it. It's I don't know if it's really even. I feel so bad for Scruffy. I heard he also had some late rips in the final map, and of course going down 0-6 is it would have made me, I don't know, maybe not even win another map, and then he came back to 8-6. That's incredible mental strength. He's gonna be the best player for the coming months and years.
I mean, talking about mental strength, In4Fun, like being up 6-0, then down 8-6, and then still managing to turn it around. That's a clear showcase of mental strength, I would say.
I always say to others that I'm always nervous during matches or before matches, like no matter the stakes. But somehow getting to this final felt a bit different because I just thought that Scruffy would probably sweep the floor with me. I was hoping to get like 1 map. So when I got 3, I kind of, and I wasn't nervous anymore. I was just a bit nervous at the beginning, but then I kind of all the pressure went away because I got what I came for with the first 3 maps.
Yeah, I mean, you guys gave us an amazing final. Let's go by the shoutcasters to question you, In4Fun. Let's start with Sparkles this time. Questions for our champion, our 13 champion, Sparkles.
What is there to ask? Honestly, I can't think of anything. Honestly, if anyone else wants to chime in, feel free to.
I could possibly chime in if people would be alright with it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Hey, In4Fun, how does it feel to, like, you're no stranger to being in the final, but how does it feel to have a second victory under your belt when it comes from Roulette Rivals tournaments?
It mostly feels empty as all the pressure is leaving my body and will for I think the next day. But then I will feel very happy. I try to not to think a lot about the fact that I don't know when I when I used to play finals, I had a reputation of losing finals in RRs and community events, and it didn't really come to my mind today, and maybe that was the reason I didn't. I don't know. I pulled it off in the final map.
That might have been the reason why the curse was broken, yes. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Keb.
I've got one, I would say. On Bangkok, when you saw the further fish came up, what was you feeling like after a possible chance that Scruffy could have potentially taken the map and the game? What was you feeling after that when you saw the further fish happened?
It's interesting because I kind of felt very out of it after Scruffy won 4 maps, and I think then came Bangkok. Like that was like the point when I was feeling kind of down, and I noticed that I didn't even preload, and I didn't even think a lot about the planning phase and the loadout. So I was kind of just mad at myself for not bringing a sedative for the exterminator. I had that very strange peekaboo which worked out in my favor, but then when I saw that I was leading by 1 second, I kind of figured that because of the preload that I would take that map, so I wasn't nervous there.
I say congrats as well.
Thank you, Liz.
So, In4Fun, also like related to what chat is asking, is Rima your most hated NPC in the game right now?
Well, it is the one NPC that I could think of today. But I think Steven was a little even less cooperative in Haven.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were kind of juggling him for a little bit, weren't you?
Yes, for the entire 30 minutes, it feels like.
I want to say, what was going through your head there? Was being like less than a minute on the spin, knowing if you like rip now, it's basically over. Like, what were these last few minutes of Haven? What was going through your head at that point then?
I figured that I could finish. Of course, Scruffy could have finished before me. But I mean, at that point, you can't really be nervous about it. If he takes the map after 26 minutes, then so be it. So I was just looking at the remaining time that I thought that I could comfortably get it. And then I realized that I didn't take the loud pistol from the Villa Guard. So then that was the detour which kind of made it close, but I was still confident that I could finish in the final minute.
Haven was amazingly long. I honestly thought it was going to be a overtime kind of tie, which we haven't really had one of those in a finale. It was just a struggle for both of you guys, really. Like,
yeah, just unfortunate rips on both ends.
Good for us watching it. Bad for you guys playing it. Is there any other like defining moments that you remember during the series?
I'm not sure if it's true, but Yanni and others said in chat that the Berlin that I won was a map which we both had first tries, or they didn't really specify if Scruffy had any rips. So, I mean, the message was something like, I was just quicker, and then reading it against Scruffy in a match is something that I will remember because I am not the faster person.
Yeah, Scruffy did have a little bit of a mess up in Berlin where he missed the trank on the Florida man. Yeah, on the stairs, so he had to do it in a different spot, which cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, and he couldn't get the injected poison on Montgomery, right? So in the end, he had to knock him
Yeah.
out to come back for him later. So that added another minute or so for him as well. So yeah, overall, you were just faster there without rips.
Yeah, he's just going to be faster on all maps, and I don't know how I took 5 of them.
Because you're better. Bam, take that Scruffy.
I certainly doubt that, but
who's the champion?
just for this match, I guess.
history is written by the winners, or what is it? How does that saying go?
Well, there's always the next tournament.
Have you had any? Did you do any prep at all before any of this?
Oh my! Like like I think it was my afternoon for this match, and then the day before for the losers final, and then I think the last, I'd say, week and a half, like 8 or 9 days, it was either scheduling with a losers bracket opponent, or practicing for a losers bracket match, or playing a losers bracket match, or being at work. So I genuinely didn't do anything else in the final week than these major things.
That sounds like fun.
It was.
I want to ask, and I figured a question with a little bit of help, but you mentioned earlier that you were kind of quote unquote known for losing finals. So how does it feel now? Like, do you feel like there's weight off your back now that you finally won another final?
Yes, it really broke through. I did need like 5 minutes to compose myself, because it was, I think, mostly that feeling, like finally not coming second, which also would have been really, really great in this 59 player tournament to finish second, but finally not finish second, but first is just even better.
I wish we could have had a voice recording of when you finally realized you won, if you had a pop off or not.
How was it after?
Yeah.
Sorry, how was it after the Bangkok photo finish, where you're at 8-8? Were there any thoughts of in your head of being like, okay, I can win this, or was it still like doubting that you could win the final map here?
I think both at the same time, because at that point I was just really stressed. I could kind of phase it out for the first couple maps, and then during the Scruffy comeback, I mean, of course, it was creeping back in, but for the final map, it was just like another decider, even more stressful.
Well, speaking of stressful, I think that you did a great job at maintaining your consistency and your composure, right? Like, it's a big part, managing your kind of like your stress and your mental state, your emotional state, as you're like dealing with the back and forth and the anxiety and the nerves and all that. The consistency was like really kind of relevant, because like even whenever you would rip and stuff, like your second attempt was a lot of times even more solid and thoughtful than your first, and that's that kind of poise, maintaining that throughout the tournament, I think, is why you ended up as the champion, man. So well deserved, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Barb.
Do we have any other questions from the casters here?
How long until you will play Hitman again after this tournament? How long will the break be now?
So we realized today that the Roulette League season is continuing tomorrow, and I was just thinking myself this question, because either I would start playing like middle of next week, or take a 2-month break. I think there's no in between.
Either sound good, I think.
If you do decide to take a break, you have very much deserved it, and I hope you have a very good break in that case.
Thank you. I won't go very far away, just maybe not opening Hitman 3.
You can't go on a break yet. we have an event scheduled.
Exactly. So much
weeks,
fun stuff
2
coming
weeks.
up.
Yeah. But is there anybody else you want to thank or acknowledge?
So on the left side of my Discord, there's just a huge amount of new DMs popping up from various members of the community. I don't want to like mention all of them, because it would I would of course miss somebody who just wasn't here for the last hour. But the amount of support I got from everyone is just as Curry mutes himself and adds another DM. But I think like all of you, I have to thank you for, because you guys are a wonderful community with it's so much support for all of us, from the newer players, which there weren't many of them, but they really did all right, and I think so much help that they are getting from all of you guys. So from the rookies to the veterans to all the shoutcasters and the admins, just all around such a helpful and friendly bunch. but I guess, of course, I would need to give a special shout out to the Settlers boys, I guess my now real life friends, Yanini, Curry, PG, and Fopper. I mean, Fopper doesn't really know a lot about doesn't know a lot about Roulette Rivals nowadays, but he's been, of course, a great real life friend, and yeah, just really everyone else who's just said good luck once, just DM me after the match once, or had a mutual shoutcast once or twice. Nothing but positive from this community, and I so much appreciate you guys follow it.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
deserve it,
In4Fun.
man. You deserve
That's
it.
nice, man.
And
Yeah.
again, big congratulations, RR13 champ. Perhaps more titles in the future for you, In4Fun, if you've been playing like in this tournament. That will surely happen.
One last question, real
Yeah.
quick. What In4Fun? What would your title or accolade for the coming RR tournaments be? Because you're now both RRWC 2020 champion and RR13 champion. So what what would you prefer as your accolade going forward?
I have to ask Danny about it. What kind of accolade he wanted, and maybe discuss it if he's still around on the internet. But as much as I love the first title, and it just never goes away, being the first, this one was just so much harder, and I think it's gonna be higher up on my list as my, I don't know, life achievements.
Sounds good. The GOAT was also a suggestion that we could maybe put down.
No good debates. There's just so many wonderful people here.
Just a goat emoji. That's just instead of just a title text.
I'm sure Mr. Mike would like that in his overlay.
But yeah, big congratulations, and to just wrap it up, big thanks and shout out to everyone involved. Mr. Mike, of course, Mr. Hitmaps, making all of this possible. All the admins, all the casters, IOE, Samir in particular, trying to help boost the roulette rival tournaments, and will continue to do so. Like, much appreciated to everyone. Guys, you are an amazing shoutcaster team as well. So thank you very much for casting this amazing final. I hope you guys had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us to the cast here, I guess.
Yeah, of course. And one last thing, like the giveaway is still going on for like another 2 hours. Tomorrow we will reveal the 3 winners. So we will see who gets the awesome mascot plushies, which is absolutely amazing. We can expect more support in terms like that for upcoming RRs and prizes and everything. So that's very amazing. And
Do you still have the link to the giveaway?
I do still have the link to the giveaway. I think. Hold up, it's in announcement.
Yeah, if you could post it, that'd be awesome.
They posted in chat, we got good.
Yeah.
So all of you guys can, of course, enter to it. Do the requirements.
I haven't put my entries in yet, but you can like enter in like 6 times or something like that.
Yeah, there's still
depending on how
2
many things you do.
hours and 17 minutes yet to enter. Like the more steps you complete, like the more entry points you have, so the higher chances you have of winning. The sport won't stop here. We talked with Samir, like there will be more and more prizes for upcoming RR tournaments and RRWC, of course. A lot of cool stuff is happening in the future. Yeah, and last but not least, let's thank all the viewers for watching this and making this RR13 tournament special. We had the highest sign-ups in quite some time. It was absolutely amazing tournament. Any last words from you guys, from the casters?
And it's been an amazing tournament. This has been the whole thing, and it's been and the amount of people have joined from here. People who came back after a long time of taking a break from this game and all that. It's good to see new people who have returned and all that. It's been an amazing tournament. Thanks, Freddie, of course, and of course the other people who support this art and tournament and all that. And I appreciate everything what you do. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say that I'm really happy that this community's been going on for like 5 years now. It's been so long. I think I only joined in the first year, but it's one of the best communities that I've ever been a part of. Nothing but love, nothing but respect, and it's just like I said, it's the best community that I've been a part of. I can't say it any more than that. I do want to say that we are not stopping with the events. We got an event next week, which is Coates' event of Hitman 2016 roulette. So non-stop roulette going on. It's going to be kind of exciting because you can't even buy that game anymore. And then after that, the next week after that, I'm going to be hosting my own event, which is going to have In4Fun in it. It's going to have Yanini. It's going to have Currymaker, and it's going to guest star Observer, Script Desk, and Mullet Pride. They're going to be doing some drawings, and we're going to be playing some Pictionary, Hitman Pictionary. It's going to be like trivia, but it's going to be a little bit different.
Oh man, that
That's
sounds awesome.
that's gonna be happening the I think it's the 22nd. So it's a little bit. It's like the Friday after Coates' event.
It's
I
the 22nd, yes.
I presume all the spots are already filled, but just out of curiosity, is
Oh,
there an
yeah.
open spot? Yeah, no,
No,
they're all
no,
filled.
they're all filled.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, final thoughts are just GGs to both the players, to make it to the end of the tournament. Obviously congrats to In4Fun on winning, but also congrats to Scruffy because to lose to In4Fun I think is still a great honor, because what a humble guy and just a really great competitor who with a good sense of like sportsmanship and everything. You couldn't lose to a better dude playing roulette, and just shout out to Chris for admitting the match and Frody and this community that he's helped build up, and all the great people that are a part of it. The roulette is very community driven and by and for the community. So thanks for you guys just being who you are. It's a lot of fun, and let's keep having fun.
It's great to have you back as well, Barb. I think everyone is excited about that.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, guys, you did amazing as casting this final deserved. Great casters such as yourself, so can't thank you enough. Thanks everyone involved. Thanks to all the viewers. Like Jood said,